Good morning to those who celebrate the morning. In the afternoon, that is. Why is my Discord making noises? It can't do that. One second, I need to fix that now. It's because I undid it when I was hunting earlier. Excuse me. Where the heck do I even do such a thing? Hi, Karita. Oh my god, where? Also, my music's a little loud. What the hecky? Oh, it's probably down here in my user settings. That's probably what it is. Streamer mode. Enable streamer mode. I don't want to hear that little badoing stuff. Hi, everybody. It's a lot earlier for me to be streaming. I'm on this... I think I even talked about this last time. I'm still on this sort of weird sleep schedule type thing that I'm trying to do where I'm trying to have my sleep schedule be more normal, more of the average person, with a little bit of wiggle room to stay up late when necessary. But I don't want to be going to bed at like 8 a.m. like I have been with my job that I have quit. So, hide your badoinks on stream. Everybody hide your badoinks. So I'm doing this thing where I'm trying to stay up like way past my actual normal time and then fall asleep and then wake up later in a sense, right? So I'm trying to sort of like push my sleep schedule past the normal so that it then eventually realigns where I need it to be and then I can stop. Daylight savings time is a bitch. It is, but actually it had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with this. This was all because of just my job. Like it's a 10-year-long habit of sleep and whatnot that I've just been like stuck with for so long that it's just become very normal for my body. So I'm trying to retrain it to go rotating it back. You know, it's the Shane train. That's me. And we're about to make a departure. Woo woo. I just become the train man for the rest of the stream. Sleep schedule is good. Ideal even. Hell yeah, Karita. Love to hear that. I always get happy whenever you're like, currently my sleep schedule is good. I'm just like, yes. It's always because it's always a toss-up on whether or not it is or it is not. Also, my chat is set to top chat and not live chat. I don't want to miss any messages, even if they're the weird ones from people who come in to say weird things. That happened I did a TikTok live, and there was somebody who came in and said some weird shit. And I was just like, well, that was weird. And then I blocked him and then just kept going. But it was so just like you just did that. Sleep schedule is non-existent. Oh boy, yeah. No, I feel that. Welcome to the gang of what even is a sleep schedule. Sleep just sort of happens sometimes. Oh man. Oh yeah, and we have a storm today. I don't know how many people actually look at the description in yeah, oh you're in Honkai, I'm hoping is what you're talking about. Feeling the spring and has juiced me up. Dude, the fucking springtime is like, we're getting edged by springtime, all right? We keep having these like cold ass days, and then like today it's really, really warm. Oh, but guess what? We're in like the path of a tornado warning, and then it's gonna get cold again for a little bit. So it's like, god damn it, spring, you're almost here, dude. I want it so bad. I want to go on walks in the morning and stuff. It's like really nice out. It's 75 today. It's the warmest it's been in so long. It's ridiculous. Hold on. Aren't we coming up on the possible snow that we were almost gonna... I think we have a possibility, a high possibility of snow on Sunday. Fucked up if you ask me. Going from sleeping at 2 a.m. with my afternoon shift and going to bed at 9 p.m. with a morning shift. See, that's what sucks even more is when you are like forced to because of a job especially, right? So I can only imagine how that is. That sucks though. I'm sorry. Please no tornado. We shouldn't get, we should be fine. We're going to keep an eye out on any warnings or anything going on outside. So you know, it shouldn't be bad. It has, every time we've gotten like a tornado warning in this general area, it's never gotten too bad for us in particular. There's been some heavy winds. Karita, you might remember I posted a little video that showcased a tree in my yard that had like basically got it split in half because of the wind, and the branch that fell off of it almost landed on my room at the time. And so that was a fucking crazy ass experience. But that has been the worst of it. It's just like really strong winds. Oh no, and then Xfinity's also taking a shit. That's also the worst thing ever. What am I missing on here? Been above 40 Fahrenheit for nearly a week, which I've been loving so much. Just above freezing is just nice. No, we've had the windows open since yesterday. It's been real pleasant outside. Anything on our weather over here, but it looks cloudy, like it could rain. Yeah, we're in like, I was shown an image of just like, here's the path of all the huge big tornado winds, and we're like right in it. It's not been, again, I don't suspect it'll get bad, but we're gonna keep an ear out and an eye out and all that, and just be mindful of it. Our basement should be fine. It's like really heavy duty, but if also we need to go into further safety, my dad's house is nearby, and it is a solid brick house, so we will be fine. Our cats will be fine. We should be good. Logan, using the emoji that best represents himself, is just a man. Just a man right there. You're doing better with the sleep schedule, though, Mizu? That's good. It took like a month. Yeah, I can only imagine, too, right? Like, I've been trying to, like, readjust my sleep schedule right now as is, and that's been, like, it's frustrating how long it takes. You know what I mean? Morning shifts have helped. That's good. That's good at least. It's completely ice-free. You have a sports trail? Man, Finland's got everything, man. Countless times lightning's nearly struck us. Holy mackerel. Holy shit. That's crazy. I think I would freak out if I witnessed the lightning striking so close. I would be a changed human being if that happened. Okay, we can keep on chatting about stuff. I'm gonna get the shiny hunting going. I'm gonna talk about some stuff right now too. First off, you might be wondering, oh my god, Shane, those numbers are so much higher than they were since last time you were streaming. And to that I say, yeah, oh yeah, they are. Sure, they sure are. So yeah, they're big numbers, and I haven't even gotten the shiny Poochie in it yet, you know? I did, however, make something a little easier for me. So technically, on the Switch with Fire Red, that is much easier for me to reset and keep going with just a Joy-Con, and that has been my method for the last few streams. But it's actually, I have a turbo controller that I got for Legends ZA, and I thought, well, why don't I use that so that I could just hit a button, and now my controller is, I'm not doing anything anymore. My controller is now playing out through this button combo, this macro that I have set up, and it's going to play through it just the one time, and then it'll stop at the Squirtle, and then if ever I need to, I hit the button again, and then it just makes it easier. Because now I can use both of my hands for Sapphire, which will make resetting the DS a lot easier. So things are gonna go a little smoother now. The reset thing should still be working, I believe. So yeah, so now I just hit the button again, and then it does it again, it's been super nice. Make a Poochiana account. What I plan to do for the Poochiana account is to just put the Poochiana somewhere on the screen. If ever the Poochiana shows up, farming with AI is exactly what I'm doing. No, I just plan to put the Poochiana somewhere on the screen, like potentially maybe just like on the actual capture for Sapphire. Oh god, yeah, and I have a brace on my left wrist as well, just as a precaution. I don't want my wrist to suddenly explode from shiny hunting. I'm doing everything I can to make sure that I don't harm myself from getting a carpal tunnel of sorts. But this was what I was doing today. I finished up on like a very big rough draft for a video project that I sent back to somebody that I'm working with. And then I was like, I'm gonna shiny hunt, and I did this a lot. And we got nothing so far. Nothing at all. Worst nightmare. Oh yeah, especially right because you do art. Imagine, yeah, like that's gonna be something you take very seriously. Coco, yeah, Coco's just there. We got Coco. We got the gritty goose. We got Akemi do side eyeing. She's side eyeing me over there. She's like, "You shiny hunting? Really?" I got me feeling the sense of dread over there, and there's a dead body in the water. Running on Sunday so bad, but I was so sore I figured I'd just injure myself. Yeah, it's always that. I mean, it's good that we have those moments of just recognizing, like, yeah, this might actually be worse if I do this thing. Oh, also, we're kind of closing in on reaching the halfway point of odds for Trico. The halfway point would be 4096. Because the full odds shiny hunting is 1 in 8,192. So, and 4096 is the current odds. We're about to hit that. And that's gonna feel fucking great. Dead body. I needed the Coco picture. I need Coco. Coco's one of my top Animal Crossing villagers, right next to Cube. Cube and Coco. Both of them are OGs, and both of them are amazing. You believe in me. Thank you. Thank you. I love you, and I hope I get these shinies, or one of them at least. It's genuinely so nice to be able to like just hit my fucking controller and let it just do the run for the Squirtle, because it makes my wrists more comfortable for sure. Having to reset the Nintendo DS with just one hand kind of left me a little worried about how my wrist would go in the long term, because this could take a long time, and I was like, well, I don't want to be the guy who's like, yeah, I fucked up my wrist. Oh, how'd you do that? Oh, well, I was trying to get a blue gecko, and I waited for a very long time. I just shut off my PC. It's just you were doing the Lord's work that day, making sure I got the Coco photo. I can't even remember exactly why I needed it in that moment. I think I was just like talking about it. I might have been talking to Akemi about it and just being like, oh my god, there's this funny fucking photo of Coco. And I was like, but where is it? Where is this thing? So I was like, I know exactly who will have this Coco photo. All the dice sets you posted? I believe I did. In that old TTRPG chat. Let me pull that up again, because I believe I saw some dice. Let me see again. Which, by the way, I do want to do a tabletop game soon. I think once I get through this long-term video project. I say long-term video project. I mean to say long form video. Like I'm making a highlight video for like a VOD, essentially, and it's a longer video that I'm doing for somebody. Once that I think is taken care of, that one I'll have like more brain space to planning a tabletop gaming. One of them is secretly a Mario. I'm looking at these dice, and I don't get the sense of Wahoo. Is it the sparkly ones? No. Hold on. I apologize if I'm not shiny hunting. I'm looking at dice. Or wait, did I miss? The blue and red. Oh, I see. Okay. No, I miss rolling dice. And the ironic thing about that is that if we do play a tabletop game, it's probably going to be one that does not have me rolling dice all that often, because I love Powered by the Apocalypse. And that one just asks that I never roll. But we bent the rules on that at one point in the Cicera game. So, dice with the rubber duckies inside. Your dice are the blue and pink glow in the dark dice, and they're scattered across the figure shelves. Oh hell yeah! I should make a TTRPG thing, or at least like maybe I can just post the dice in like cool things in the server. But I have a shitload that I could take a bunch of photos of them for it. Super high quality dice too, and they're pretty cheap just because it was oh, I see. You know, we're going to a convention soon, and there's always usually some kind of a dice vendor. I might have to grab just a set while I'm out. I love both getting a dice set and then making a character based on how it looks, but then I also like making a character and then getting a dice set based on how I think it would like best vibe with them. Oh, you're on that grind, Mafi. We're both on that grind. Oh, I just realized how close we are to the halfway point for Trico. Oh my god, bro. This is gonna take the 1,000 years. 6 more resets. So what would be worse? Or what would, you know, would it, if I got pooched on the halfway point, I think I'd actually just stop. We can do this. Gavin, I appreciate your belief in the cause here. We're fighting the good fight. We need this blue lizard. I promise, by the way, that I won't only do this. I won't only shiny hunt. If I super duper need to, I will just like take a break from streaming shiny hunting and stream other things that are not shiny hunting. Because I miss playing video games. I especially miss doing the rental randomizer in Pokemon, but I'd like to do other stuff that is also maybe not Pokemon related. Just for streams and stuff, you know. 7 full set. Oh, you should hear, like, whenever we play with Karita, she always has this enormous bag. Oh, by the way, wait, hold on. We're at the halfway point. Technically, this is number 4096. That what I'm about to do with the Trico right now. Let's see if we get anything. Not even a shiny Poochiana, not even a golden Pooch. And we didn't get our blue guy. There it is. There's our halfway point. No, Karita has this enormous bag of dice, every time we play, like, she dumps so much of it out. Just, and like, it's always, just like, even if we're playing virtually, she prefers to use her real dice, and we all trust each other. We all know we're not going to bullshit the rolls, you know? But it's always fun to hear just all of the dice just destroying her desktop. Oh my god, guys. I've said this every stream now at this point, but I would even welcome the shiny Poochyena at this point. Like, just something. Just to see something. Because I kind of feel bad. You know, the last two on here have been like 5-hour streams of just this, basically, of nothing happening. And it's like, man, I feel bad. I will say, the turbo controller does now. It makes it quite nice. Worked out better for me than I imagined. Incredible for Trico. If that happens, dude, I'm gonna fucking... I will bump up the fact that I want to do a... I want to do my shiny starter only run in Fire Red, and I would just start doing that. At that point, like, I would just stop the shiny hunting for Trico, at least temporarily. Like, I would just pause on that and then just play Fire Red just so that I could do something. I wish I could just do this all day, every day, you know, but I got other things I got to take care of sometimes. When I was doing this on TikTok, and I was like in the 600 to 700 range, there was a guy in the chat there who just kept being like, yeah, those are rookie numbers. And I'm like, yeah, man, sorry. I mean, like, I'm doing what I can, man. Yeah, these are rookie numbers. He just kept telling everybody, like, yeah, they're rookie numbers. I'm like, yeah, dude, great. They're all the same. They all have the exact same chance. I don't know why we're making it a pissing contest all of a sudden. Should have helped out. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Then he should have hunted for me. Also, welcome in, Momo. Hope you're doing good today. Sorry, I was looking at the screen to make sure that I wasn't missing any shinies. Listen to you that if you misthrow Master Ball, oh yeah, the ball guy is actually like so clutch for all the things he does. It's a thing in the game that you have to go. It doesn't make any sense, but I do appreciate it as a feature in the game. Well, let me see. If you want, put it in cool things, Karita. I mean, or if you want, you've got power. Oh, you're just putting it in general. Never mind. Oh my god, yeah, look at all that dice. I gotta get a bunch of pictures of my dice as well. I got a lot of sets. How's the shiny hunt going so far? Yeah, the streaming helps somewhat to help maintain my sanity. But otherwise the shiny hunting is going okay. Nothing yet. But you know, we try. We try our bestest. I wish I could say though that this is like me working for my first shiny of the year, but it's not. My first shiny of the year was a Mudkip in Alpha Sapphire, though, so that's pretty nice. But no, these old school hunts, they are not for the weak-hearted, I will say. Yeah, misery loves company, as they say. Got it wrong. What was yours again, Mizu? What was your guess? Oh, 4103. Ah, damn. You hate to see it. I dropped my phone. Ah. God damn it. Oh my god, bro. I will say too, the another additional benefit to the turbo controller, just sort of doing the making its rounds with the Squirtle. It makes it so that I don't have to like hyper pay attention to 6 things all at the same time. It's like it makes it so that I just have more space in my brain. 5330. Good lord. That's a... I mean, it's under odds, so I guess I really can't complain. But we're gonna be here for a while. We're gonna be in these parts of the world. These under odds lands. I play Pokemon since Silver. Fell into the Pokemon hole recently and broke out the Game Boy Advance SP. Then the screen stopped. Have you considered and like this is like a genuine question of like doing like a mod for it, like a reshelling it and potentially getting like a new screen for it? Because I had done that not too long ago and it was genuinely like super duper fun, and you don't need to have any like special soldering abilities. That's I think usually the thing that scares a lot of people away from it, is they sometimes have to sometimes there is some soldering you can do, but it's super not necessary. And preparing, it's super fun. Yeah, no, I absolutely encourage that. These platform puzzles are killing me. Wait, there's platforming in Honkai? Did they add those at some point? Because when I played, I remember one of my complaints was like, oh, you can't jump anywhere. Or at least that was in the overworld. I don't remember that much about that game, to be honest. In the new planet, oh my god, does it? My biggest thing with Honkai was I kind of was hoping and I kind of expected it to play like Genshin, but just in a different kind of scenario, and was sort of taken aback by the fact that it was turn-based. But yeah, no, Momo, I definitely recommend and encourage doing the Game Boy SP project. It's super fun. I had reshelled my original SP, like it was the cobalt blue kind, and I went from that to a chameleon purple, so it had the blue and the purple with it, and then like the new screen especially. What the fuck is this song? Hello? Go away. No, none of this. My god. It's Mario-esque. See if I can't. Okay. Yeah, I'm curious to see what that even looks like. A character in Honkai jumping. Oh, sick. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I've also, I actually very recently I was like, I kind of want to do a Game Boy Advanced or a Game Boy Color. I think either of those would be very cool. Well. Hello, Raven. That's so Raven. Good luck. Thank you, DJ. We are trucking along, as you can tell by the awesome huge ass numbers on screen. It is definitely something, that's for sure. And I've been thinking about doing another like Nintendo modding type thing. I've got some GameCube controllers. I have an extra GameCube that I could potentially also reshell. Like, I've got options, and I was actually contemplating on reshelling a GameCube controller to have like an atomic purple shell for it. I think that'd be super fun. You learn to test the screen before closing it up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. Hey, by the way, yeah, that's a very important thing to do. Take it from me. Take it from guy who didn't do that. So I was like I had a bit of a moment of struggle with the Game Boy mod because of that. It's not, you're not just super inspired by Raven Simone to have a name like that. Kind of wish you could with the NES and the Game Boy, but growing up with the DSi and the Wii is great too. Oh, absolutely. But at least I think it's cool for, I always think it's really interesting to see the people who didn't grow up with like the older generation of gaming stuff, to like for those people to then look back on those consoles and to like find appreciation for those, because for a lot of people it is nostalgia, and you know, there are some genuinely like good games on these older consoles, but a lot of it is fueled by nostalgia, I feel. So it's interesting to see somebody who doesn't necessarily have nostalgia to still find like that appreciation and that fun in those older games. God, yeah, I can't only imagine how many people are just making the same mistakes as I am. But thankfully, it's not the worst one. Like you're never at like a point of no return. I feel like it's always pretty easy to get through it. It's from a show, but not That's So Raven. I don't think I'll be able to guess at all. I know old school villagers in Animal Crossing were something else, but it was kind of fun. I really want a new Animal Crossing game that has a lot of stuff from like City Folk. I think City Folk needs to be blended in with a lot of the stuff that people really like from the newer Animal Crossing games. I think that would be that'd be great. But now Picopia, that's gonna probably inspire a lot of what's to come from some of these future cozy games, like the DSi, if it was backwards compatible. Yeah, no, that's like the one. I would say that's one of the biggest drawbacks of the DSi. Seen anyone do a mod to make the DS Lite able to play Game Boy games? I haven't looked into like homebrewing or anything like that with the DS Lite necessarily. More recently, in terms of homebrew related things, my focus has been on my Wii U. My Wii U is one that I was like, I put a lot of stuff on there. I was like getting all sorts of games and running so like a bunch of different software on there just to try it out, and that was a lot of fun. It's been, I love just the aesthetic of the Wii and the Wii U, just the vibe that you get on like the home screen with just like that. Oh my God, what was that? I don't know if Akemi's, I think, working on some stuff right now, and I don't know if anybody will know the name of it, but what is it? What is that like aesthetic of like fish tanks and like Windows 98 and like just multicolor? It's the dolphins, you know, like coming out of the water, like just like some nostalgic, very blue kind of vibes. I forget what there's a name for it. Yes. Frutiger Arrow. That. But so like that, there's like a vibe like that with like Wii, right? It's so like just like being on like the home screen in the Wii and in the Wii U is just has such a fun. See, for me, I think that's nostalgia. I think that's a nostalgia thing. Mr. Shane, finding shiny, trying my best. Absolutely trying my best. Hold on. Now I need to look up what Lisa Frank is. Let me look this up so that I have an idea. Not Lisa Frankenstein. Honestly, it fits. It fits. It fits, I'd say. It isn't so unlike it. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you so much. I need literally as much luck as possible. As you can see, I've run dry. My luck. Where the fuck did it go, dude? I can't fucking find it. It's no, but I don't know, just the feeling, and like, you know, people always think about, I mean, like the Wii music, both in like the shop channel, the me channel, just like the different songs that would happen throughout the different things you could experience on the Wii and Wii U. Those are still so popular. And then the Nintendo Switch doesn't have fucking anything for its home screen or its shop channel, and it's like, man, fucking Wii's still boring. So many dolphins. I just think of that meme, the fucking, oh, I don't even know the name of the song, the I just want to be part of your symphony thing that was like a big meme for a very long time. Middle schoolgirl area aesthetic. It very much does remind me of that for sure. Now, Frutiger Arrow is the like sort of descriptor word I was looking for. I just miss that. I miss that. The Wii and the Wii U, like the stuff that they did. I miss that. How do you manage to play 2 games at once? My brain can only handle one. Well, I have this. I practiced to make sure that my brain could handle it, and like I think if I used if I overloaded the RAM in my brain, I definitely could. But I made it a little easier for myself because I have a turbo controller that I got for Legend ZA, and so that I just hit a single button every time the Squirtle shows up to have it just go through the motions of, you know, getting to check for a shiny and whatnot, and that kind of clears up my brain quite a bit. So gotta play a bit of a guessing game to guess which of the Pokemon I dedicated to Shiny Hunt in Ultramoon. I've got 2 immediate guesses. I could guess one. Let's see. Which of the 3 Pokemon? Between me and Owen. Well, there's probably more happening with Owen, that's for sure. My content is just a video on loop. I need to think because I didn't play through Sun and Moon, so I don't immediately have the idea of like which Pokemon are from specifically that generation. I do obviously know of a good handful of them, especially the Alolan variants. Generations 3, 4, and 7. Okay, so this is not just Sun and Moon exclusives. These are like Pokemon that are in it, but have appeared in Gen 3 and 4 as well as 7. He's playing a game. A lead mod? In what? Is that like a thing on Twitch now? 3, 4, and 7. Can you give me... are any of them starters for any of those generations? I would almost assume... Well, I mean, I guess technically, if you wanted to, I think, Shiny Hunt for a starter in Ultramoon without having to do the cutscene, it would be easier to do it later in the game. No starters. Okay. 2 of them are your favorite with the Gen 7. 1 being in your top 2. I'm going to try and guess at least... for the favorite that is not Gen 7, can I get a type? Or types, whichever you... If it's a dual typing Pokemon. This is also me testing myself on Pokemon knowledge, because I am trying to be more knowledgeable in Pokemon in just a general sense. Son of a bitch. Gen 7 I would know less of in terms of like Pokemon from that generation specifically. It's probably a Pokemon that I know about, but I may not fully realize is like Gen 7. Probably narrow it down a lot. How many evolutions to this not Gen 7 Pokemon? I guess you could also clear up if it's Gen 3 or 4, which of the two has like your favorite. No evolutions. It's no evolutions. Let me think. I'm going to try, because I want to try and like, I feel like I need a little bit of info before I can try to properly guess, right? Gen 3 Pokemon is top 10 probably. Okay. Okay, this one's going to be like a two-parter, because it's going to be like it's going to have like a bit of an if this then what this kind of thing. What is the method that you are doing for the hunt? Because you could be chain fishing, and that could narrow it down a bit. Or you could just be wild encounters, or you could be Masuda method. Right. And there might be actually, what is it? There is also Poke Radar in Gen 4, and then Gen 3, I don't know. Gen 3 I don't think has anything. If you're doing proper, like Gen 3, like Sapphire or like Fire Red Leaf Green, I don't think there's anything additionally you can do, unless you're doing, oh no, wait, you're doing it in you're doing it in Ultra Moon. Sorry, yeah. I'm all over the place. The SOS call in Gen 7. That sucks for me because I don't know much about that method. No evolutions. I'm assuming Gen 3, no Evo. And it's in Sun and Moon. I am racking my brain. You've made me low resolution. Why would you do this? Is it because my games are already pixelated? Stop compressing. Stop shrinking me. It feels weird on my bones specifically. Not in the water. No Evos. Gen 3. Oh. I don't know if you clarified if it's... This would absolutely give it away, but there's a possibility... So I'm assuming it's not a legendary then. I mean, if you said yes to that, then that would probably really narrow it down then. It's probably not a water type then, because water was a huge one for Gen 3. Oh, jeez. I'm trying to really think. I'm like... Because I know I'm like... There's just Pokemon I'm not even remembering. Because I'm just bad at that. So... And I promise I'm not... I know you can't see me. I'm just a PNG on the screen now, but... I'm not... I don't have my phone open. Like, I'm not... Or I'm not even... I'm not looking at anything additionally It's just me in the game and then chat. Oh, boy. What? I don't even think I've actually thought of a Pokemon. Is it Spinda? I think Spinda's Gen 3. That's also like a fun one. Because Spinda's got like the... Spinda's got that like unique quality to them with the polka dots. In fact... Where is it at? Oh, no, it's underneath me. They're on my bingo card. They're top row number 4. Wait, do I possibly also have this Pokemon here? Let me look. What Gen 3 Pokemon? Not Spinda? What Gen 3 Pokemon do I have on here? Dunsparce is not Gen 3. I had to go through a phase last month where I had to remind myself that Dunsparce is not Gen 3 introduced. Like, they were introduced in Gen 2. Okay, yeah. A type hint, I think, would help narrow it down quite a lot for me. There's a chance that even after you give me this hint that I won't even, get it. At least not for, instantly. Come on, man. One of these guys needs to fucking shine. Oh. No, I think overnight and this morning, I pulled on Torchic 3 times by accident, and I got so scared every single time. We're getting smushed. It had about 6 Pokemon of this type. Okay. Even then, it may still take me a bit. But I fear I've been struggling so much. Bam! Look at all this. I just looked over back and saw all the dice that Karita posted. It's crazy. It's crazy. And yet, I think we have pretty equal amounts. Actually, you might have a little more than I do, because I don't know if that's all your dice. I should put all of my dice in one of my trays and take a photo. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. The hint that you gave me, though, was that there was 6 Pokemon with that type. It took me a second just to realize that was the hint. See, that's where my brain is at. I can't interpret. Okay, but now let me try to think, right? So, I don't think it's a pretty cute Pokemon with a type that was not super prominent in specifically Gen 3. I feel like there were a lot of grass and water. Water especially, but I think grass kind of was a bit in tandem-ish with water. Strangle Discord. Kill it. Teach him a fucking lesson. God, I wish I had a better Pokedex in my brain, dude. Oh my god. And the sad thing is I love Gen 3. But it's actually... I've been so, I've just been doing this for so long that it's actively making me forget stuff in Gen 3. I might actually have to pull up a thing for me to look at just so I can remember some Pokemon. I don't want to just one by one look at all the Pokemon. I just need to look at some to rack my freaking brain. No, I don't want the obvious hint just yet. Okay. I'm looking at just like a big old thing of Gen 3 Pokemon just to get a vibe. So it's a cute Pokemon with like no evolutions, you say. And it's of a type that is not super prominent. Is it like a normal type? I'm like kind of looking towards like a Kecleon. Kecleon, I think, is a pretty that just changes the stripe, does it not? Some people might not find it cute. Not normal. I think also Kecleon might. I'm not sure if Kecleon is entirely a normal type. Now that I think about it. Now I have to look that up. Oh, they are a normal type. Hell yeah! I'm freaking great. So not normal type. Maybe it's dark. Smart Shane. Shane Train's full of books. These books have not been read yet, but there are books on the Shane Train. I did just like I spotted a Pokemon that I think when I look at it, I think that it could be called cute, and I think that it also in some ways could be called not cute, and it might be a dark type Pokemon. I might consider guessing Absol. I think it has the ability to be cute to some people, but also not cute to others. It's a very cool Pokemon. No evolutions. So that's another guess I will throw into all of this. Guys, I saw that like some people have set up like the Pokemon Ranch. I think it's on an emulator that allows people to like contribute to it from chat. And I think that'd be so much fun if I could figure that out. Not Absol? Oh my goodness. What the heck? Okay, if you want to give me another hint, because I feel I am... At some point, I'm just going to start naming every Pokemon and being like, damn, not that one. Anyways, what about this one? Man, come on, Squirtle. Get your shell green. Big green. Oh, I got to think of a name for Squirtle. I mean, we won't have to come up with one for a while because we can rename him later. But I'm going to need a name for that Squirtle. That freaking Squirtle. Try to think of a hint. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the hints for this. I actually really like this little guessing game. Fire hydrant. Oh, no, wait. We were thinking Crush, right? We were thinking Crush if it's a boy. Because we were going to name him after the guy from Finding Nemo. The freaking tortoise man. Tortel. Probably not a tortoise. Turtle. Bhutan. Did not hit the Bhutan. Perfect name. Hit me. I gotta hear it. You got a buff in Gen 6. Oh boy, I wish I knew more. Aquafina. Isn't Aquafina the... I don't know what she is primarily. I know that she's voice acted a lot. Isn't her name spelled a little differently too? Should I spell it like her name? This Pokemon got a buff in Gen 6. It's got no evolutions. It's not a legendary, not a starter. It's of a type that had not a whole lot of them in Gen 3. Is it Mawile? It has like a W in the name, doesn't it? I just know that every time she pops up, it's always wild. Yes? Hell yeah! Fuck yeah! Mawile is a cutie. That's true. Mawile does get... Oh, I guess them being fairy does kind of give them a buff in Gen 6, right? Yeah, right? Do they become steel fairy? Is that true? Oh my gosh. The thing that throws me off is when Pokemon get... Oh, they are. And a Mega. Oh my god. Never heard it pronounced like that. Get used to it, buddy. That's just how I say it. Also, hello. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing better than me right now. Yeah, I don't know why. I think I used to say Mawile, but I think Mawile feels and sounds better to me. Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess also just gaining that fairy type though really helped. Would help competitively, yeah. I think so. I'm also learning about, or relearning about types and whatnot, so. I used to go a long time thinking that only half the types even existed, because every time, for the most part, whenever I was like, what types are good against what again? And then I would just, instead of looking at the game that had the information, I would just think about the card game, which only has like half the types. Right, because fairy is weak to steel. And so having sort of both of those helps to kind of like get a lot of defensive coverage. Strength scored on the first day. Man. I'm doing a grabby hands right now. Give me the fucking luck, man. Give me the luck. I'm in a drought right now. I'm starving. I'm thirsty for shinies, man. Yeah, I gotta pull up my type chart as well at some point. It's been a while. I was learning a bit of it when playing through Stadium, but I also know that that's the old type chart. More well-known Pokemon in Gen 4. Can I have some hints? Well, now I gotta pull up the type chart. Now I gotta look at it too, so I can also see what the information is. Today's a learning day. I'm gonna learn as much as possible before a tornado runs through. Oh yeah. Mawile would be immune to poison because steel is unaffected. So Gen 4, pretty well known, pretty cute. Evolutions. The Esper and the Meowstic line. Those are very good ones, though. Top tier. You guys can't see it, but Squirtle is one of my favorites, I would say. I'd say you can't see it because I have a huge shelf behind me of a bunch of Squirtles. Some of you have seen it when I've had Cam on before, but today is one of those days that I don't feel like it. One evolution, kind of cute. Gen 4, fairly prominent. Now I feel like I gotta look at the Gen 4 Pokemon. My brain doesn't work so good. Well, I don't want to look too hard at it. No, it's not Ralts because that's got 2. You know, I'm curious to know if other people have mistaken some, like, certain Pokemon in the wrong generation. Like how I said earlier that I for the longest time kept thinking that Dunsparce was a Gen 3 Pokemon when it in fact is a Gen 2 Pokemon. Which, I still, even though I know that's true, my brain is like, there's no way. Even, like, right now, I'm like, there's no fucking way. And so you saying that, like, you've mistaken this Mon as, like, Gen 3, it makes me curious to know, like, if other people have made this sort of same sort of, I guess, mistake, if you want to call it that. The same sort of, sort of Mandela effect, self-afflicted Pokemon-della, you know? Is it Baneri? Slugma and Skarmory Gen 3, which is hilarious because... Are they not? Wait. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, no, those are Gen 2. Yeah. I don't know where that comes from. Correct again. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. The Shane train is starting to read books that are on the train. I don't know how it happens, but yeah, no, there's definitely there's some, like, generation blindness when it comes to Pokemon, it seems. That is true, right? Wasn't Togepi in the anime before Gen 2 was a thing? At least Gen 2 was, like, properly a thing. Man, come on, Squirtle. Or Trico. The suckiest thing about the Trico hunt, by the way, is that after we do the Trico hunt, the hunt that I have planned after Trico in Sapphire, worse, actually. Wasn't Meryl supposed to be called Pokeblue? Or was that just sort of like the code name? Can you imagine if it was actually called Pokeblue? Or Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Sorry. I misremembered the wrong thing. Peekaboo, yes. If that was, like, true, if that actually happened, I don't know, man. It'd be hard to defend that. I mean, it's like we got Diglett and Wiglet, so I guess Pikachu and Peekaboo wouldn't even be all that weird, to be fair. Sometimes I have to explain Pokemon stuff like that to people who don't, like, friends of mine who know of Pokemon but don't know, like, all of the little weird shit. And so when I have to be like, well, yeah, there's Raichu, but Raichu has regional variants, but then there's Diglett and then there's Wiglet, and those are two separate Pokemon, and then it's like, and they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, it's all monsters, man. The Gen 7 one, yeah, what hints can you give me about the Gen 7 Mon? Exactly one Pokemon game. Was it Sun and Moon? I know you're a big fan of Rowlet, but I don't remember if you actually played through the game or if you were just an enthusiast of a round bird. Which, to be completely honest, that's very valid if that were the case. Yes? Okay, cool. It makes sense based on all the love for Rowlet. Which I'm still hunting for, by the way. I still, on just like my downtime off stream, whenever like we're done eating dinner and stuff, like, and we're just chilling, kind of just like doing some parallel play, I will just hunt for Rowlet, and it is just, my shiny drought extends far beyond these games alone. Yes. Both of these things are true, that you have played through Sun and Moon, and also Rowlet is incredible. Are you on the side of, like, after Brout got announced from Gen 10, that you're like, it's just a copycat? Don't you listen to them, Rowlet? Like, you're holding Rowlet and shielding them from everybody else and being like, don't you dare! He was here first! Pretty decent competitive singles niche since it has a good speed control move. Interesting. What? This is, I don't know if I ever thought about this. What generation is the Hisuian line in? Because obviously, like, that's from Legends Arceus, but I don't remember what generation it's part of. Because I didn't play Legends Arceus when it had come out. I've been playing Legends Arceus more recently. That's Gen 8. Okay, so it's not Hisuian Arcanine. You like Rowlet, huh? So, yeah, you like Rowlet? Okay, so we're talking, like, strictly an Alolan Pokemon that's good competitively, which that does not narrow it down much for me. But it's pretty fast, so maybe if I just think about fast-looking Pokemon... And did you say that this Pokemon is like in your top 2? Cuter than Mawile. Alolan Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales could be good. I don't know how fast they are, though. What about, Rockruff? Rockruff's pretty cute. And they might be pretty fast as, like, evolution? But I also don't know. Cute, but no. Okay. Top 2. Pretty cute. How many Evos? How many evolutions for this one? It's 124. I wish I knew more specific details, because then I would probably be like, ooh, 1? So it has like a baby form and then a... Okay. So there's two forms for it. 1 evolution, essentially. Got it. Okay. On the ground for Charmander myself. You can't see it. I'm giving you a salute. Good luck, soldier. I hope it stays under odds, even though odds are really high. How many resets are you at, by the way, if you've been counting at all? Okay, so 1 evolution, kind of fast, pretty cute, cuter than Mawile. 1076. Yo, we're pretty close. That's crazy. Oh, I'm racking my brain here. Okay, hold on. How could it be cuter than Rockruff? How is that even possible? Yeah, are we allowed to know a type for this? God, I'm so glad I'm not on camera right now. I'm like slouched so far back in my chair. But I can still be entertaining. You just can't see me. You can't see me looking so stupid right now. Oh my God, emails from Capital One, man. Go away. I don't want that. Can't give a type. It would give it away. Okay. Perhaps that is a hint in itself. I might actually have to look up Pokemon from that generation, though. Okay, Mavi, I'll check that out in a moment. Gen 7 Pokédex. I feel bad looking up like a Pokédex for these at any point, but my brain just doesn't brain good with these freaking Pokemans. Yeah, I already don't know much about the generation anyway, so let's see. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this Pokédex right now of Gen 7, and it's like I wouldn't have even known about some of these. Like, I know that these Pokemon exist, but I did not know like they were from Gen 7. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say too. So because I'm actually like looking at like a Pokédex, it's just an image of just all the Pokemon from Gen 7. I'm gonna give myself one guess, and if Mafi wants to keep guessing, then they can as well. But I'm gonna give myself one guess because like if I'm looking at them like the way I am, I feel like that's kind of cheating, and so I feel like that should reduce the amount of times that I can guess for it. Because then if I'm like, if I'm looking like at the Pokemon, especially after the hints that you've given, I feel like that kind of makes it super easy for me. I'm gonna, without really even thinking about the type, I'm gonna guess Stuffle. And that'll be like my final guess because of the fact that I was just looking at the Pokemans. Oh my God, this song. The song from my video. Now, my guess is Stuffle. I did that without like even really thinking about types and how many of them were there. I just sort of saw it. It had the 2, and it looked kind of cute, I need one of these guys to shine right now. The shine was right there. Not Stuffle. Damn. That was my one Hail Mary. I guess, yeah, we can go with Mafi's guess. Is it Lurantis / Fomantis? Because those ones are pretty cute. Not them. There's so many good hints. That's the thing, is like there. So it's, yeah, it's. Let's see. Not a starter. And obviously definitely not, because it's only got the 2. I feel the music has gotten just a tiny bit loud. Let's see. No starter. Is it... I don't know how to pronounce it, but is it the little mushroom Pokemon? Morlul? I genuinely don't think I'm saying that correctly, but... Not them. Wow, okay. It's crazy how, even though I'm like going based off of the very good, like genuinely very good hints that you've given. Oh, wait, is it? Is it, in fact, Cutiefly and Ribombee? Because Cutiefly could be considered cuter. You know what I mean? It's in the name. Yes? Yeah! Alright, took a while, but I got there. Makes sense. Literally, cute is in the name. I knew it first try. Let's go. I really need to re-up on my, like, Pokemon knowledge. Also, thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah, wait, let me pull up this Honkai video on my phone. I gotta see what it looks like to actually platform in Honkai Star Rail. Oh, like you really mean like Mario-esque in the sense of like it's a 2D platformer in Honkai. That's kind of crazy. Okay, I mean it doesn't look bad. My name is displayed. Oh, I see. The hint was there, but we had no idea. It was right there waiting for us. Oh my goodness. Pinterest knows. Pinterest is, I mean, it's that's just how the algorithms work, you know? I am excited though, because like, oh shit, 11-11. I wish the Squirtle was shiny right now. Now, that's the one. He's shiny. Shiny Squirtle. Shine for me, Squirtle. Shine. Be green. Green. Channeling it. I'm pulling the green from the Trico. Shit. My wish didn't come true. Oh, I see. Let me check the weather real fast. I don't want to be legitimately T-boned by a tornado. That it likes its trainer. Oh, okay. If it likes its trainer, it gives them the sweet... Okay, I see. Ah! I got a little all over the place because of my phone. Guys, are we going to get a shiny Pokemon today? I'm, like, kind of worried. I think I'm actually, like, really worried that I'm not going to get a shiny Pokemon today. And that's going to fucking suck, dude. I'm like scared. Like, what if? Oh, man. I've seen so many people be in the 10,000s in shiny hunting, and oh, man. Hi, dude. How's it going? Dew has arrived exactly at the moment I started crashing out. I don't think that that's a coincidence. Guys, does anyone know of a person who sells Pokemon Platinum legitimately that I can purchase from? I would like to do that someday. Complete for top shot with Vaporeon. Vaporeon is honestly such a great Pokemon and an incredible shiny. Got Bants? I got plenty of Bants. If you got Pokemon Platinum, I got Bants. I got Bants to give for Pokemon Platinum. Because of the time change. Ooh. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm about to ask a question that's going to show my ass in but in not a weird way. I'm going to say it out loud and I'm going to feel like a fucking idiot, but I'm going to be vulnerable and just ask because I haven't bothered looking this up. So please just understand. Is Canada affected by daylight savings? I know a lot of people, including people in America, think that daylight savings is fucking stupid. And so I don't even know how much it even affects anywhere else. There is isn't there a section, a very small section of the US that just doesn't get hit with daylight savings because of just where they're located, or because they just don't accept it, or something along those lines? I don't want to be spitting a bunch of shit that's wrong, by the way. I'm basing this off of my terrible, terrible memory. Ah, no, not the Torchic. I know that sometimes daylight savings is delayed between America and some other places, right? I'm asking genuinely. Everywhere? Okay. I don't know that. Sometimes you find out that people don't. But now I know. I do know because I had a friend who lived overseas who when we'd have the time change and we were trying to do D&D, there was some miscommunication that had happened because we got the time change and they didn't yet. It's a bit of a delay. It does happen in Canada. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. I genuinely would not have been surprised if it's no, Canada is not affected by it because Canada thinks it's dumb. Canada has it figured out and doesn't need daylight savings time. I just know that it's stupid. That's all I know. I know it's stupid, and then I just have to remember that it happens. The Guzma. See? Oh, right, there you go. See? So it's not even a dumb enough... It's not that dumb of a question if some places are getting rid of it. Checkmate, atheists. My question wasn't stupid. One time a bunch of... for Mafi with your thing talking about Guzma... A bunch of my friends and I we dressed up all as Team Skull at some conventions, and one of our friends was Guzma. Logan was Guzma. You know, Logan, friend of chat Logan, he was Guzma. You might find this surprising, but I don't pay attention to a lot of things. Really ever. Especially Australia. I have no real reason to not pay attention to Australia. I just don't. Nothing's come up. I just know that spiders are there and they're huge. Huge spiders. Yeah, the delayed daylight savings is something that I was somewhat aware of. I don't know where it all sort of happens in that way, but I was aware of that to a degree. Chain hot pot. I don't think I've ever had hot pot. I've had like... I've only had like... What do I... Like, there's some places I've only ever had like once, like a Korean barbecue. Where like you actually put the food on the grill in the center. That was pretty cool. I've always wanted to try hot pot though. Why'd they put his crotch in the art book? Get it out. Matt Pat might do a theory video about it. Tell him to get it out. Oh, God. Am I about to see Guzma's crotch? Let me see this. Why are they pointing at it so deliberately? They can't do that. I'm not supposed to know that he's got a crotch. Isn't Matt Pat retired? Yeah. But he'd come out of the woodworks just to make a theory video about video game crotch. He did that for Luigi. No, Matt Pat is like doing some stuff in... He's like trying to like push some... I forget what he's doing. I just remember seeing him dressed up in a suit and he was like doing stuff like politically, but not like running for mayor, like doing something like of a subject that he's very knowledgeable in. But he was that's the last thing I remember. It was like quite a while ago. He's in legal business. Holy mackerel. Right, yes. When it comes to like online things. Right, yeah, there are the theorist channels still going, and there's like 4 of them because there's game, movie, food, and fashion. There might be more than that, but I thought there were only 4 because of the logo. Guys, the numbers, they're huge. I know about the Gojo figure. I know about it. Oh my God. When was that? When did he make that with the video about the breasts? Food film game style and GT Live. Right, but GT Live is just, you know, like, is that just like streams and VODs and whatnot? But then the other 4 are like the, like the proper theorist channels very early on. And I, you know, that to me is the better answer between he either made it super early or like more recent than you would expect. That's a wild fucking video to make. God, I really just forget sometimes how long ago that stuff was. Oh, live theorizing. Okay. I don't know why I said it like that. Theorizing. Like it's a zodiac. Yeah, I'm a theorizing. Or not a zodiac. What the hell is it? Why am I blanking so much? Shiny hunting is actually deteriorating my mind. Just like astrology related things. I don't know if zodiac was even the right word for that. You got Pokemon. Pokemon on the board. They're everywhere. I was right. I like how you say this time. Surfetched Miku, though? That's crazy. That's crazy. I like that. I think that's a fun idea. 14 years ago. Oh my god. Well, I'm guessing he mostly did that just because of the clickbait potential, you know. Hold on, I need a sip of drink or I'll die. Jeez, don't even remind me. Me, a 31-year-old playing the old Pokemon games. I'm wearing a wrist brace as a precaution. And then it's like, yeah, 14 years ago, I was 17. These games were still out at that point, I think. Oh yeah, 100%. And then and like others like Sayori, y'all were just children. As if I didn't have other things making me feel like I was turning into dust. Old man, where? I don't see him. Is the old man in the room right now? Early 2010s were crazy. I still think about Coney 2012. Like, did anything come from that? Like, from Coney 2012? And then also, there was 2012. You know, when the world ended. Remember when the world ended last year, too? Because of the rapture? That seemed to really just come and go so fast. And that to me is like kind of like just so funny, because I do think that there were people who genuinely were like selling their house or their car or just giving that shit away for free. And just like, because they truly, truly thought that that was going to happen. My goodness. That's 13 years older than me. Oh my god. I am old. I don't even know, like, I mean, it's all within the scriptures, I guess, but I was about to say I don't understand how one comes to the conclusion that the world is about to end, but I suppose if you really if you really ingrain yourself into something that's a little, I don't know, crazy, then, you know, you'll end up sort of believing just about anything. Teammate hitting a 1,000 combo in Project Sakai called Carpal Tunnel. My God. Well, honestly, good job. Because that like, from what I understand, like that game can be kind of tough. Especially like to maintain a combo in any rhythm game like that. Like, that's crazy. I've kind of been... I really want to do Rhythm Heaven, like, just generally speaking, whether it be like on stream or not. The thing is, I feel I love rhythm games. Like, genuinely, I love rhythm games. They're like up there with some of my favorite genres of games. Like Bits and Bops came out, and I want to try that. And then there was Melatonin, I think it was called, like another sort of Rhythm Heaven type kind of game. And the problem is, for me personally, I don't think I would do a good job at streaming rhythm games because, for one, even if I know all the people are watching are cool and chill like that, I would still get really all in my head about it and be like, oh God, what if I fuck up? And what if they think I'm a loser? Right? But then if I then just lock in and play the game and then I'm not talking, then I'm like, oh no, I'm boring now. But I get it, right? I get that the point of the rhythm game, even if it's being streamed, is to then watch the rhythm stuff happen. To watch a person on stream have the rhythm. But I don't know. I think I'd just get in my head about it and then like end up getting a little too stressed. Even if I was playing a game like Rhythm Heaven, like a game that I know and love. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe someday I will, but maybe we'll test it out, you know? Anthropology of religion class. When the whole rapture thing happened, the professor walked into class that morning holding a beer. Honestly, though, that's great. We already think you're a loser. No! No! Idiot. I like how I can tell, Karina, that I know how you're saying it when you just type it out like that. You just be like, idiot. He's, by the way, all over just randomly on the internet now. Like, he's been collaborating with like just people, random fucking creators. People are just wanting to collaborate with Dax Flame a lot. The period provides all the context. Yeah. Just to a point. Just idiot. I do hard on PJSK. There's only one song I can do in Extreme, and it's Mind Brand, and I haven't been able to full combo it yet. This also is making me think about how Fortnite has basically Rock Band in it, and I've played it a couple times. It's honestly pretty fun, but what's also fun about, because they've added that into Fortnite, they also made it so that way you could just like sing those songs sort of like as emotes, and you could kind of just like jam with people in the middle of a battle royale. And sometimes my friends and I would just do that. We would like be in a full squad and then just jam in the middle of like a farm as the circle is closing in for like 3 minutes of just sitting there doing that. Whoa, dude. Holy shit. Hell yeah. But also, what the fuck? That's crazy. Good luck. Jesus. The Blade and Kafka models. The Fortnite is hilarious. Oh my god. Oh, now me and my speaking, yeah, like my friends and I have been just rocking Miku models. We have a 3 of us in our squad that just rock the Miku models, and then our 4th who's like Batman. And we're like, yeah, everybody's Miku. You don't know who's under the mask. It's all Mikus. Always has been. I love the Miku stuff. It's always so fun. You're sorry? No, you're not. You're not sorry. No, I think it's hilarious. Did your phone actually? Have you typed that word so much that your phone was like, oh, you must have meant this? It'd be hilarious if it really did. I'm Miku Man. I'm Miku Man. But more like a vocoder saying it. Started JJK videos go, how are you liking it? I've only seen the first season and the movie, and I like it. I just have not pursued season 2 even. Talk about James Bond a lot. You know what? I believe it. I believe it. I've known you long enough. I believe it. And if you lied to me, then how dare you? Yeah, it's got some cool stuff in it. Like the curse technique stuff is pretty fun, and then just the way the story develops, I think was pretty enjoyable. Like the goofiness that sort of pops up, and then I've seen snippets of the newest season. You know, they've been utilizing a lot of rotoscoping, and I think that it makes the show look very interesting in a lot of scenes that they've been doing that in. Serotonin. Yeah, no, I think I understand. I think I get that. Sometimes it's kind of like, because it's kind of like a cool show, right? Like it's cool with like the way the fights happen. So like, it doesn't feel like menacing with the gore. It's like, what? It's because they're like exploding a bunch of like enormous demons, right? So it's like, it's just meant to be like enjoyable. Just for Kiara. It's a good show. And I gotta like hop back in on it. I think Akemi and I are caught up on Vigilantes. There might be an episode or two that we're behind on, but we've caught up on that pretty much. And then we want to start Freerun soon, but we also want to like wait for it to have like all of the episodes so we can like binge all of it whenever we want. And like I'm of two minds because I'm like, yeah, I want to do both of those things, but I can't do both of those things. You know? Like I can't wait and also keep up with it. I miss Freerun, but I would love also to just binge all of it. I mean, I might even just rewatch the first season. You know, I've been catching up on a lot of YouTube and even rewatching a shitload of videos while I shiny hunt and play Pacopia. Oh my god, I'm not gonna talk about it too much because I don't want to spoil anything. But Pacopia is unfortunately addicting, but like. It's enjoyable. It's super duper enjoyable. I'm just like, oh my god, there is like actual drugs laced into this game. It is crazy. Oh yeah. It's a pretty cool show though. I need to get back into it. I really do. Because, like, I might even just restart it since I'm not, like, super far into the entire series. And I think that'd be, like, a nice refresher, you know, for the whole thing. God, I need a drink. No, I've been just rewatching a lot of old videos, so I need to... If I'm going to be doing that, I could try to catch up on older shows. But Freerun Season 1, that's got some... It just has some truly delectable just animation moments, man. It's so fucking good. What was the last thing that I saw that had me like jaw on the floor. I mean, I do remember when we saw like some of the finale stuff for Free Run, which again, I won't spoil that either. But if you haven't seen Free Run, if anyone listening to this can hear me say, if you haven't seen Free Run and you like fantasy in any way, that's a fucking amazing show to watch. What was the last thing? I mean, like, Godzilla -1 definitely had us, like, silent by the time it was over. I'm trying to think, because I feel like we've seen, like, some really, really nicely animated stuff, like, recently. You're dedicated to Chainsaw Man, so it's no wonder that you enjoy the horridness of animated gore. Oh, that's true. Oh, I forgot to send you. I was going to link in my server, but I was so fucking distracted with Pacopia. There was a shirt that I saw that was like Chainsaw Man, and it was for the Ides of March. I don't think it's active anymore on the website that I was seeing them off of. Hold on, I'm going to try and find I'll try to find a picture of it so that you can see what could have been. If I can find it in my email. IVs are legal in all leagues, even Hoenn. What the heck are we even talking about? Or do it? I don't. The problem with me personally, human being, Shane, sometimes I literally just immediately forget the thing I just said. Hold on. I'm just going to message this to you, Mafi. Just to show you this Chainsaw Man shirt. I feel bad. I was like, oh, I'm going to link this in, but then I got sucked into Pacopia. Yeah. Slice of life, but fantasy and the battles and the fights and stuff. It's such a fucking good show. It's so good. Free Run is like, it's up there for me. Yeah, I know that Makima is like not a good person. Like she's I think the way I always see it is like, you know, as a character, she's like, you know, I think she's like decent or at least decently written. I have no idea. I have not been keeping up, so I don't know. I'm kind of going based off of just the osmosis that I take in of people talking about it. But I know that like she's not a good person. That's for sure. But I thought that design looked really good. I'm going to swap my playlist back to the one that I know. I like this one. This one makes my brain feel good. That other one's got a bunch of songs in it that I just don't care for. And you know what? This playlist that I use is probably going to give me good luck. So I'm going to find a shiny real fucking soon. I need to keep remembering to hit the single button for Fire Red. Oh yeah, wait, I forgot to check the weather. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not gonna get blown away. I'm so glad that this weather app I opened up just chose to die on itself. Hello? Oh, guys, also it's Mario Day. I just looked at my calendar. I saw that it was March 10th. It's Mario Day. Okay, hold on. I gotta type in my fucking address. I want to see a radar. I need to know if there's a tornado or something. Like, come on, dude. Show me the weather. I think that this app I'm using is actually shitting the bed. Secret Mario dice for something. It's from Mario Day. Roll a nat 20 for Mario, or roll a 10. 10 actually would probably be more appropriate. I'm gonna watch iRobot. Enjoy. Have a good time watching the movie. I will most likely be here unless something happens. It's Chainsaw Man time. Doesn't seem like it's anything too bad right now, but I'm seeing also the words severe outbreak. So which is it? Should I be worried or not, Mr. Weather App? I don't fucking know, man. Everything fucking sucks. None of this app is shit. You got a 1? Oh my god, Corita, you know what that fucking means, right? Lock your doors. Fucking, you gotta stay out of the fucking Mario. He's gonna get you. He's gonna actually kill you. But here's the thing, right? So Mario, he's gonna come after you. He's gonna try and jump on your head, and if he does that, you're gonna die instantly. But if you can just touch him, then like he will die. But you can't let him stomp you. If he stomps you, then you're dead. But if you can, like, tackle him or just even, like, shoulder check him, he dies. Now, unless he's Big Mario, in which case then he won't die instantly, but he will get little. But then he can still stomp you. Can you swap him out for Waluigi? I think you have to roll... like, an actual... Like, you have to roll a 21 on a 20-sided die to make that happen. So yeah, if you want, you can try. if you really want to do it. Are you gonna try and help him and become Walter? You let Waluigi kill you? You need to roll all of your dice in a mirror and then have it make it spell Waluigi. Oh god, wait. Fujimoto, I don't even know what that means. I don't know nothing about a chainsaw or a man. Oh no! I'm yawning! I can't be yawning. Corita, I have oh, he's the manga guy. Oh, I see. Corita, if I like once I get this video I'm working on out of the way, which I don't know, that might take like another, I was gonna say it's another week, but we're gonna be gone like on Thursday for the convention, and we went back until Sunday. God damn it. So it might take a little bit, but when that's all taken care of, and then I've got more brain capacity for tabletop gaming, did you want to do something that's like D&D, or did you want to do something that's like powered by some sort of apocalypse? Because I'm down for both, and I do have ideas for both. Oh no, I think we were gonna try and do the college campus game. Oh jeez. Love some Monster of the Week. I've also been kind of itching. I've been itching for all of the things in every direction. So it's like I'd be good genuinely for any of the stuff. I just want to get I need to get a feel of like what everybody else wants, because like then I can like really zero in on that. I miss making like playlists for the sessions or for like special moments. And just like crafting crazy ass bullshit. 22, okay, then yeah, it'll probably be after all that, because I have like the con, and then I have got to keep on working on this video for a little bit longer, and then I think on the 22nd I'm doing a stream with some friends. We're doing like some big Ocarina of Time randomizer thing. I think what I'll just have to do is like until like the end of the month or something, just gather the people who would be down to play, figure out what everybody wants to do, and then go from there. But I think we'll do the college campus game. I think that might be what we're leaning towards, because we were talking about that before. We just need to do that. These numbers for these Pokemon, they're quite huge. They make me sad. They're big numbers. Hope you came up with a good voice for him. I cannot wait to hear your character voice for Ronald. It's gonna be perfect. You've had so long to craft it because of all the time that we've spent not playing the game but talking about it instead. So it's gonna be perfect, I bet. No, it's gonna be like, who's even in the call with us? Ronald has entered the call. The Ronald? I will say, the thing that I plan to do, and this is, I won't spoil anything specific, but I will say this. The very first session that we do with the group is going to be me forcing everybody into the same place at some point, so that way we don't go 10 sessions with everybody running around trying to figure out what the fuck they're doing. Which, to be fair, I thought that was super fun in the space game. I thought that was great because I did enjoy, like, cutting over to the different characters to see what stories were going on, and nobody truly knew each other. Like, not everybody in the group was fully acquainted. I thought that was very fun, but I need that to not happen again. Ronald probably thinks he's been to space. Ronald tells people he's been to space based on what I remember with his characteristics. He's that kind of guy. He's like, yeah, I was there. Oh, yeah. I was actually the first one. Yeah, no, if you want to come up with some crazy ass shit like that, we can make it happen. I mean, like, and you know what you should do, Karita? Here's what I think would be funny about this character of yours. And I feel bad. I'm so sorry for anybody who's listening to us craft something like this. But here's what I think you should do. I think you should come up with as many like monster phenomenon stuff that could have happened to Ronald. And then you tell me, like, you give me a list of all these things, and then I will decide which ones actually happened. You know what I mean? Like, you're sort of like running around all conspiracy theorist type, and like, you know, trying to say like, yeah, oh my god, this all totally happened. But I want to, like, I think it'd be so crazy if you were like, you have like the red like string on the corkboard thing, but there are some of those moments that actually did happen, But he believes in all of them, but I can decide on which ones were actually true. And then that'll be a nice surprise for you as well. I think that'd be great. I think it'd be super fun. Oh yeah, I got so many, and I've been just trading them out and hoarding them. I actually have the Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire GameCube storage box that costs like $1 million. Yes. I remember that. I remember the grocery store thing. Oh my god, that. Oh my god. See now, okay, I'm back to being so excited for like tabletop games again. I mean, I've been excited just like thinking about it, but like this makes me feel like it's like closer now because we're like, oh, it's right there. BRB. All right, we will be here. And I bet you can imagine what you will see when you come back. It'll be 2 shiny Pokemon. Ah! Oh god. Y'all, I also was I was testing out some stuff with my GameCube capture the other day. Because I was actually testing out a memory card that I bought because my original GameCube memory card seemed to have like trouble being read properly, and I couldn't tell if that was the GameCube itself or the memory card itself. So I'm like running some tests. But I was playing Pokemon Coliseum, and then I was like, oh yeah, this is something I'm going to be running as well for some shiny Pokemon. Because holy shit, what is wrong with me? To jump back to earlier when I showed off my bingo card, one of the Pokemon is one that I am exclusively getting from, well, if I decide to pursue it, it'd be the one that I'm exclusively getting from Coliseum, which is the Furret. Excuse me, in the second row in the middle there. That one I'm deciding, like, if I'm doing a bunch of methods for all these other Pokemon, that one is specifically getting caught in Coliseum. You know, a couple of them have, like, specifics to them. Like, that Electrike is going to be caught in Sapphire after the Trico. That Galarian Articuno has to be in Go, and the Lugia has to be in Crystal on my virtual console, so that way I can also trade them up. But God, the shiny hunting in Coliseum that's going to be something. I mean, like, this has already been quite a hunt. Quite a couple hunts, you know. Not a lot of results. So it'll be interesting to play something like that, where the odds are going to be 1 in 8,000, but it's going to actually also take a bit longer because of just all this stuff. Is the pink one below Squirtle? Let me pull it back up. No, Furret is the one beneath Swablu. I even put like a little GameCube symbol next to them for, like, you know, for when I've posted this around to let that be like an indicator for people. The pink one is Spheal, the one beneath Squirtle. Yeah. The only one, well, technically I have 2 Pokemon off of the bingo card. I have the Mudkip. The Mudkip was kind of like my free space because I did already have the shiny Mudkip when I made this. So that's kind of like, but I still wanted there to be something. I didn't want it to just be a free space, but it essentially works like that. Because I got the shiny Mudkip in Alpha Sapphire. And technically speaking, I do have a shiny Fennekin that I got in Pokemon Go recently. And that one doesn't have like a restriction on it in terms of how I wanted to get it. So that one could count. And so I could count it. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and decide if I want to do like a Fennekin starter hunt. What is on the bottom right? That is, I think that's Honedge. I never know how to pronounce the name. Honedge? It's literally like a ghost instead of a sword, I think. I just think he looks fucking cool. I was like, there's no Pokemon there. No, but there is Scott the Woz. Scott the Woz is, he's there in spirit behind the Squirtle there. Yeah, we've got Riolu. I'm going to start at the top and say, like, we got Riolu, we got Squirtle, we got Swablu, Spinda, and then Lugia. We've got Hisuian Growlithe, Spheal, Furret. I pronounce it Eviltal, the Pokemon Y legendary. Rowlet, Pachirisu. Oh, fuck. I forgot the names of the guys. Phalanx. I remembered. I didn't forget it all. Mudkip, Electrike, Umbreon, and then Totodile, Giratina, Cottony, Dunsparce. What is his name again? Hold on. It's in my brain, but I don't know if it's correct. It's Clobbopus, which I think is the funniest fucking name that any of the Pokemon have. His name is Clobbopus. And then there's the Galarian Articuno, the Vanillite, or Vanillish, I think is for the first form. Dedenne, Fennekin, and Honedge. My God. I never know. Never know if it's Honedge or Honedge, whatever, you know. Rowlet, yeah! I used to be pretty anti, because I believe like Honedge comes from X and Y, the same with like Klefki and Vanillite and stuff like that. But it's I over time I started to be like, yeah, well, whatever, you know. Like, a lot of the times, it's like a ghost Pokemon inhabiting an object. Like, that's what Banette is. Banette is a ghost inhabiting a doll. I think it's a ghost of a dead child, actually, but I may be incorrect about that. But I believe it is still, like, a ghost in an object. And then I'm like, yeah, and then Gen 1 had, like, normal-ass bird and muck and whatnot, and it's like, oh, yeah, Sinistee. And so there's a lot of where the ghosts just sort of inhabit, you know. It's still a kids game, right? And in like Gen 4, right? We had I love throwing this example out. It's so stupid. It's Drifloon. Drifloon like abducts children. Like they carry them around and just take them. And I think it's a genuine concern because I think in Legends Arceus there's a quest where a kid is hanging out with a Drifloon without telling his parents, and he's like, I don't like that. Benez Gachiak decoded, which is his own vital instrument. That's actually so true. No, there's some fucked up Pokedex entries. It's honestly kind of crazy. I mean, like, then look at Cubone. Cubone is literally wearing the skull of its, like, dead mother. And then you should... Oh, okay, I apologize if this is something that is unknown to people, but Pacopia, right? Pacopia, I think Pacopia, until I am shown otherwise, Pacopia might have almost every Pokemon. It almost has no reason to hold back. But it has Cubone in it, and... Jesus Christ. So, you know, in Pacopia, you have to set up environments, like specific environments under certain conditions that would then entice a Pokemon to then go and show up in that little environment you've created. For Cubone, you have to have a Pokemon grave with some flowers around it. And then they show up at some point and they talk about their mom. And I'm like, why do you hurt me like this? You are deliberately hurting me like this. You can't do that. That sucks a lot. It's so sad. And like, I don't know if there's a way to to get a Marowak and to maybe like have them hang out so that they feel better. But it sucks. It's so sad. And it's like, man, you didn't have to do that. But it's a sad thing. And like this, I don't know. But I also just love Pacopia. Not to change the subject too much. But Pacopia is so fun. You can guess what I'll be doing after the stream, regardless on if I get a shiny or not. Actually, I'll be sleeping, so. The premise, I will give just a brief. I won't spoil anything. I don't want to talk too much about it for those who are not wanting to be spoiled, because I'm in the same boat. I'm avoiding any Pacopia content. But like the basic idea is you sort of just like show up and you are talking with the Tangrowth that you find that was in the trailer, and you're both just kind of like, hey, yeah, where did all the humans go and all the Pokemon go? Like, they obviously used to live here, but now they don't, and we don't know where they went. And so your whole objective is to, you know, bring life back into the world around you, both like in a very literal sense of like watering the ground to then make the grass grow, and the tall grass can like live comfortably. And then with the tall grass will then invite Pokemon, and then those Pokemon can sometimes teach you moves. Then those moves can then help you to do more for the world, which will then allow for more Pokemon to show up. So it's the whole objective is to see where did everybody go. And I have my theories, and I have also read up on a lot of info in game on stuff that I have found, and I'm curious. I'm super curious. I don't want to allude to anything because, again, I don't want to spoil it, because I feel like nowadays a lot of people will just spoil themselves, whether purposefully or not, because of how frequently other people want to post about things that are new and exciting. Like the frequency in which people will try to be the first person to post the biggest, craziest twist about a thing is kind of upsetting. It sucks. It's so annoying. Cubone theory. Cubones are created when a female Charizard dies too early. Oh, and her young child wears her skull. Since the child is so young, instead of growing into a character, they adapt to their surroundings and become a Cubone. Oh. Right, yeah. It's like who caused this, or how did this happen? But that's part of the mystery. The mystery is trying to figure out what happened, or why did it happen? You know, did people survive? Did they go somewhere? Like, is this even like, you know, like what are we? You're trying to uncover the mysteries of what happened, and you're trying to figure out if you can do something about it. It's really, really enjoyable. It's super duper fun. It has a lot of aspects of like Animal Crossing in it, and Minecraft, obviously. You know, if you've seen the trailers, you've seen like all the squares, the cubes that you use to build. But it has a lot of the good stuff about those games. It's made by the Dragon Quest builders people. And from what I understand, especially for Dragon Quest fans, those are great games. And so I'm assuming a lot of key features from those games are present in this as well. And just generally speaking, it's a very just lovely game. The Pokemon are just like pleasant, they're positive, like it's so nice to just like talk with them, and everyone wants to be your friend. And is it realistic? Not really. But is it just sweet and just fun? Yeah. You know, and it's like it's a nice little game to play, like to just relax, to just like to walk around and just be like, everybody here is my friend. You're restricted to doing only so much in a day. No, in fact, that's another thing about it is I have I have yet to have the urge or even the feeling of like, maybe I should time travel just so I can keep doing something. There will be times when, like, let's say you're building like a larger thing in the game. Like it's like something that takes real time to build, because like you will put all of the supplies into like a box, and then you will tell like a group of Pokemon to start working on a project. And then the game will say, this will be ready for you in 30 minutes. Sometimes these projects do just say, this will be ready tomorrow. And that just means you have to wait until the day turns over into the next day. So like 5 a.m., right? Sometimes there are projects like that. But even then, you can still interact with the Pokemon that you have assigned to that project. So they can still help you and you can still do stuff for them. There's always something to do. I like you're never like, you were genuinely never restricted to what you can do in a day. I have been playing that game nonstop since I got it, and I have not ever run out of things to do. There's so much you can explore. The game pretty much opens up very quickly. There will be some things that you can't do simply because the game does want to like give you certain abilities like from the story, but you can still do a lot even without all of those abilities. And then when you do get those abilities, you then unlock way more that you can do, right? So like for example, let me give you like a small I'm going to give an example in a way that would be like obvious, right? So very early on in the game, you get the ability to make tall grass, right? Pokemon are always found in the tall grass. You get an ability that allows you to literally like make tall grass by like putting vines in the ground and then making the grass grow. When you combine like 4 squares of tall grass, that becomes like an environment for Pokemon. And you can actually do that in many different places. You can do it next to some water. You can do it up in like higher elevated areas. You can do that surrounding a tree. Like you can, and a lot of these environments have the ability to attract multiple kinds of Pokemon. So if one Pokemon may like the grass near the water, there might also be another Pokemon that likes the grass near the water. You can get so many things done with just one ability. But then let's say like the next thing you unlock is the ability to like till the soil so that you can start planting crops. There are Pokemon that their environments are like a 4x2 grid of beans. Like they get attracted to live in the area that has like the crops that are set up in a certain way. And so like just gaining access to that ability allows you to then unlock more Pokemon and also just do more things. I guarantee you would not run out of anything to do. And even if you did, and then you just pursued the story a little bit, it wouldn't feel all that bad to do that. I think it's hard to run out of things to do in a single day in a game like Pokopia, even in the early stages of it. Bradley, hello. Bradley, look at how many times I've reset these goddamn games for... Oh, let me double check. Nothing. For nothing. But it is fun. I hope you're doing well, though, Bradley. I just need to take a drink because I'm yapping so much. What am I doing? You don't get it? I am soft resetting both of these games to get a shiny Pokemon. So every time So right now, we did not get a shiny, right? So I'm soft resetting Sapphire and Fire Red, which I'm playing simultaneously. But my Fire Red has a turbo controller, so at least it does the actions for me, but I have control over that. So Every time like I check on this Trico, right? When we get in battle, we can see whether or not it's a shiny. This one was not a shiny yet again. So we reset. We try again. We do this until we get a shiny. The shiny versions of the Pokemon I'm hunting are on both sides of my PNG. The Squirtle was not a shiny. You know. Had a wonderful weekend. Something happened at work that kind of ran my mood for the day, but I'm trying to not let it bother me as much. Just here for a good time. You know what? I'm sorry that happened, but I am also glad that you're trying to keep it, trying to keep your head up on that, trying to keep that positive attitude. I think that's great, honestly. So hopefully that your time here is good. I hope that this, as kind of uneventful as this will be, considering what you've been here for what, a minute now? Yeah, you've seen the gameplay loop, the way that this is all going. We're just resetting these games until we get a shiny. We have a 1 in 8,192 chance for one of these guys to be a shiny. The Poochyena can be a shiny too, but that doesn't do anything for me. It would just kind of suck if that happened. Sounds like horrible odds. Yeah. You nailed it. The odds, I think since Gen 6, the base odds in Gen 6 and beyond were cut in half to 1 in 4,096. And you could get Shiny Charm to like cut that in half yet again. And then other games have different methods to help reduce those odds further and further. It gets a lot easier in the later games to hunt for shiny Pokemon. But, you know, we can't do that. What happens when you find a shiny Pokemon? Then we keep it and we continue. I have 2 different things I want to do because these games, you know, I have different sort of objectives for them. For Pokemon Sapphire, I want to eventually then get to where Electrike, the Pokemon Electrike, is located, and then try to shiny hunt for that, because that is me attempting to make up for the fact that when I was a kid, I literally ran away from a shiny Electrike because I didn't know what it was. I just remember that it was blue. And so now I'm like, well, I gotta get it back. So I bought a copy of Sapphire off eBay. I made sure it was real and everything. I changed out the battery, and now we're on the hunt. If I get a shiny Squirtle, then I'm going to play my Fire Red in just a shiny starter-only challenge where I just go through the game with just the shiny Squirtle, and that's it. I try to just beat the whole game with one Pokemon, but the asterisk next to that is, if we do find a shiny somehow because we got super lucky, they would then be able to join the team. So that is what I'm currently doing. And the big numbers at the bottom left and bottom right of the screen, that is how many times I have reset these games individually. And thank God for technology being what it is, because I have a thing that literally automatically adds 1 to the counter every time I reset. Couldn't be me. I thought the same thing, Bradley. I thought the same thing. Now look at me. I'm getting literally nothing out of my games by just fucking resetting the entire time. I bought Fire Red for $20, and I bought this Sapphire for $90 just to do this. All right, Mafi. Enjoy your hunkai. You're doing it. You're doing that thing. What am I playing on? I'm playing my Sapphire on a original DS that has a capture card in it. And then I'm playing Fire Red off of the Switch 2, because that was... Fire Red and Leaf Green were dropped on the eShop on Pokemon Day after the presentation happened. Yeah, I got an original DS modified for this so that I could play, you know, I mean, the original intention was to play Leaf Green off the cartridge, but then they re-released the games on the eShop, so I I just ended up doing that anyway, and I gave the leaf green copy back to my brother. Just playing on an actual DS right now. I am. Yeah, I know I'm not on my camera right now, but I have like a proper actual real DS that just has a capture card installed into it. And then I have my Switch 2 with Fire Red on it because, yeah. So I'm playing on like real actual hardware. How do I stream this? Well, I think there are a couple people who install capture cards into things like 3DSs and DSs. I went with Loopy. Loopy makes or he installs a lot of very what I would say is high quality capture cards for both 3DSs and original DSs. And imagine a bunch of cords coming. No, you're gonna be so here's the thing. The capture card that's in the DS, the reason why I went with Loopy is because it just takes a USB-C and it both charges the DS and sends out the capture. It also does send the audio. I just have the audio muted because we're resetting a bunch and I don't want to listen to the same stuff, repeating over and over and over. And then for the Switch 2, the Switch 2 is just hooked up to a normal capture card like usual, And I just have both of those sort of plugged in and going at the same time. And because they're both Game Boy Advance games, they have the same resolution, so they can both sort of exist similarly the way they are now. Whatever like capture card is inside the DS, it fits snug inside the actual like shell. They just sort of I think they remove an IR sensor on the like that's next to the stylus. The USB-C is plugged in between the stylus and where the DS game cartridge goes, which I think had a sensor of sorts, or maybe it was like I think that was actually no, that was not a sensor. That was where people would loop like certain charms and stuff into it. So they made a hole there, and they allowed for USB-C to be plugged there. It's really, really helpful. Super Princess Peach. Ooh. That's a pretty good one from what I hear. I mean, I do know that some people are like, it's a little strange that they make her one of her abilities that is for like fighting is her crying or something like that, and that's a little weird, but otherwise it still seems like a very fun game. Free skin for Ruin may claim if you don't own. You can exchange for stellar conversions. Maybe. I've been so out of the Hoyosphere for so long. I will think about it because I do enjoy the sort of aesthetic of Honkai. I think that I just got a little like, I don't know if shocked is the right word. I was very taken aback because I was like, I didn't know what to expect from the game when it was coming out, and I just sort of assumed it would play similarly to like a Genshin Impact, but then it ended up having a different play style. And again, it's fine. I mean, turn-based is obviously like an okay play style. I play Pokemon, so it's like, I think I was just like, man, I had a certain expectation. Tornado Watch until 11 p.m. That's not good. Oh, I just saw all the bugs you posted in the server, by the way. They look so cute. They almost look like they were drawn for Hollow Knight. Oh, that's another game I got to get back into. I played like a little bit of Silk Song when it came out, and then I got distracted with other shit. I got so much extra time now. Why aren't I playing Silk Song? I don't like that the Squirtle has... We reached 1,000... No, we started at 1,000 with Squirtle. Basically 1,000 when I started the stream. And now we're at like 1,200. Put me in the Matrix for the drawing. Are you talking about the Mpreg? Are you talking about when you're drawing me all Mpregged? I believe I'm being drawn Mpregged as we speak. I didn't think that anyone would truly ever draw me pregnant. But you know what? It's the life I live. Do is right now drawing me Mpregged. I'm getting Mpregged right now. Yeah, apparently this was a request. For why? Yeah. That's what I want to know. But they were asked to, so. What's the phrase I see, like the talents of a god but in the hands of a jester? Apparently you asked for an Mpreg. You might have even just like without realizing asked about it during one of your streams when Do was just there. Made drawing. Well, you're getting both. You're getting both of these. Get it? Anyway. Yeah, Bradley gets it. Let's go. 12:20. Oh, man. Thanks for laughing. That's that streamer brain. I forget shit that I said 5 minutes ago. You expect me to like, so if anyone said like, Shane, you said this thing a week ago, I'd be like, that's a different guy. That's a different dude. It ain't me anymore. Whatever I said last week does not like it doesn't hold up to who I am anymore. I've shed that skin. Hey guys, don't forget to like the stream and subscribe. Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta check something. There is a possibility. Okay, just wanted to check. We're 3 subscribers away from 1,000. Which is, let me check, fucking crazy. 10 years ago. Don't remind me that we've known each other for a decade. Witches! With their memories. Three away from 1,000 though, which is freaking wild. What an honor indeed. Shanye is so cool like. I grabbed the Torchic! Thank God it wasn't shining. Oh my God. Let me fix the counter one sec. There we go. Holy crap. I got so distracted I picked a bird. Because Charlie is so cool like. Oh God. I should try to find some old clips from Twitch. Oh God. Bradley, I do very much appreciate that. I think about that all the time, by the way. Not like necessarily specifically you with your case, but like you and like Caitlin, and I think like, you know, there's like a few other people who like when that one TikTok of mine went like semi-viral, it like led to then like a decent like portion of very cool people to just show up and be like, let's hang out. And I'm like, yeah. And like you were just one of them, and it's just like, holy shit. That's crazy. I should go semi-viral more often. But I'm glad that you also got to like stumble upon it and then find your way into like the circle of folks. I do. I think about everybody all the time. I'm constantly anxious. Yeah, I think about everybody because I'm scared. Awesome. No, but it is like kind of crazy. Because, well, do you remember which one it was that you saw? Because I know like it's sometimes for some people it's like the one, which one was it? It's the like it was. I mean, a couple of the ones had the same meme, right? Where it was the "we'll be right back" meme that like happened. But was it the one where I was just trying to talk about my internet and then everybody in chat kept blocking me? I will say, if there's one thing that I don't like about streaming on YouTube, that basically like that I miss about Twitch, it's having channel point redemptions. You threw a chair. There's two that I could think of when you say that. Although, do you I do. Okay, if you're I know which one you're talking about. If that's the context you have, I remember that one where like everybody was like hitting me with the "we'll be right back," and I was moving like a slideshow, and then just like my chair is like tipped over, being thrown at one point. Why did I swap to YouTube? I think it mostly, I mean, it really is just because I wanted to like focus more on making videos. And so like I figure like it just would be easier if all of my streams were here as well as any kind of content I make. Plus, I'm about to get pinged. Oh no. I also, with YouTube, I was able to stream at a higher quality because, you know, Twitch had very limiting bitrate, and they do have a thing now that is like open for people to stream at higher quality. So then I could, because like when I streamed on Twitch, you know, if any kind of fast motion happened, the stream would just turn into just like squares, you know. I could potentially multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube in a way that would not interfere with how much internet I'm using necessarily. And that's something that I still am thinking about potentially doing, because the idea of like broadening, you know, my horizons essentially doesn't sound like a bad idea. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't know, Karita, but I am streaming at a very high quality compared to what I was doing on Twitch, but you're actively compressing me. No, but the thing is, I don't have ads on these streams at the moment because my channel doesn't qualify for them yet. There will be a point down the line where ads could be on the streams. I just don't have any ads at all right now because I need to sort of move higher up the ladder, essentially. Like, I need to have more watch time on my account so that way more things can be given to my account in a sense, right? Like, the next thing that we're going to get for the channel is super chats and memberships. So, like, if people want to, like, subscribe with, like monetarily, they can do that, you know? Or if they want to send super chats, that'll be something that will be available. I think then if we move up another step in the YouTube ladder or whatever you want to call it, that also would then enable for ads. Let me check on that, actually. Yeah. So, okay. If I reach 3,000 watch time hours, I will have access to the super chats and the memberships. If then I also can get up to 4,000 watch time hours, that will allow for ads to be run on things like the streams and on the videos. I'm going to do my best to make sure that if ads do happen on the streams, that it's not often and it's very infrequent, you know? But that's why there's no ads or anything like that on these. It's just because my channel hasn't qualified for anything like that, which is fine because I genuinely prefer as few ads, as little or to no ads as possible, right? Like, I would like as just about nothing if I could control it. I don't know if YouTube will allow me to say completely no to ads, but we'll have to see when the time comes, you know? Hello. How's it going, Zoe? Welcome into the shiny hunting loop. I just grabbed for the Torchic. I swear to God, if this Torchic is shiny, I'm gonna lose it. Thank God. I'm gonna adjust the counter. Hold on, I need to reduce it by 1. Good Lord, but I hope you're having a good day, Zoe. You put me in 144p. I've been upgraded. Hell yeah. Possibly. I think ad blockers do work on YouTube. I think a lot of websites are getting weird about ad blockers, but whatever. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, welcome to this the Discord. I have 240 Ps. Gross. That's just me normally from all the fucking gamer subs I'd be drinking. I mean, it's not even the fact that it's gamer subs. It's the fact that I'm drinking out of a 40-ounce Owala all the time. Too much suck. God, I don't even know if I can explain that anymore. Eesh. I need to reset the thing. I keep getting distracted. Like, respectfully, I just don't even know how, like, to, because I've told so many dumb stories of shit that I've done just growing up, and now I'm like, the further in I keep, like, the older I get, I'm like, I just don't even know if I could keep talking about these, just because I'm like, oh my God, how do I explain any of this? Ooh, good job, baby. Guys, Akemi has been very proactive and working on stuff this entire time I've been streaming. So everybody give Akemi lots of applause and a good thumbs up and a congratulations. She's been working hard while I'm in here resetting 2 games constantly. Hella Kemi. Hella Kemi. She's the protein cookie. Yeah, I ate I ate a total of 2 of those protein cookies. I was like, that was just a fluke. And then I went to the gym after eating one, and that didn't go really well. Hi, Big Buff Shane. I am not Big Buff Shane. I have not been to the gym in a bit, unfortunately. But, a big old but, I've been trying to keep my nutrition in a better place, you know? I've been making a lot of overnight oats, and I was inspired to, like, because a buddy of mine was like, yeah, I've been making my overnight oats in mason jars. And I was like, oh, well, I don't have mason jars yet. But we do have an actual ass load of Tupperware. So I just started making them and prepping them with like various ingredients and stuff. And so I've been like implementing that. Been trying to like cook more protein and stuff and just have better food choices. And I'm of the mindset of eat what you want, but add what you need. And my easiest sort of analogy to that is like, or not analogy, but like, if you like macaroni, then just throw like chicken or ground beef in the macaroni. It's like you're eating what you want, but you're adding what you need. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to up my nutrition game and then jump back into going into the gym again. It's a process. It's a process. It's also a mentality thing. It's just stuff I gotta work on. You eating your hands? No! Don't! Oh my god! You can't do that. Why would you do this? You can only do it twice. Oh, then you know what happens to you? You're gonna get a taste for you're just like hands. You're gonna start eating other people's hands. And that's fucked up. How will I reset Pokemon if you legitimately eat my hands? 3 times if you're lucky. That's true. If you really think about it. Mizu, welcome back. Guess what? Nothing has happened. We're still at it. Carl, where are his hands? Holy shit. That's a fucking throwback. Free from corporate? Yeah! And woo, nothing happened. Yippee! The Shane train has no brakes, but the people on board wish that it did. Carl! I drew them one time in an art class, the 2 llamas with hats thing, and I think I got knocked a letter grade because I drew the mojito, and I told the teacher it was a mojito, and they were like, alcohol, and I was like, yeah, and they were like, okay. I was like, what? I mean, I was in high school, so whatever. But I just drew the 2 llamas and that was it. Like nothing crazy. Oh my god. Not the tornado. Fucking stupid fucking tornado. I'll punch that thing. It's weird that we have better weather than you. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, we're under a tornado watch. So exactly, right? The llamas can drink. The llamas can drink those mojitos just fine. I wasn't gonna drink them. What am I gonna do? Pull it out of the drawing? I'm not, what's his fucking face? What's that Nickelodeon show? Chalk Zone? With, oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me his name. I'm pointing at the screen. Don't tell me his name. I don't know his name. The kid with the chalk from the titular Chalk Zone. I don't remember his fucking name. I have not booted up Overwatch in a long time. I haven't played like the last 6 or 7 characters that have been added to the game. I know they added 5 like on a drop. And then they had the girl with the large sword. And then is Wu Yang the water boy? The water healer? I think I played a little bit when he was there. I think that was the last time I had played Overwatch. Yeah, that's about where I stopped. So do the math there. Right. He's not new, but he's like where I left off. Because I know they did the 5 drop, and then before they did the 5 drop, they had Girl with Big Sword, who I knew was kind of scary because she was like unbalanced for a while. But then before that, you know, that was where I had left off. Brought actual chalkboard chalk pack to learn and ate the whole thing. Huh. How are they doing in life still? Like, do they, you know, are they thinking still? I doubt it. They're eating chalk. I remember when Wu Yang came out, like some people in our friend group were like, bro, you gotta play him. Because like when he has the blonde hair, he kind of looked similar to me, just in terms of hairstyle, and that's really it. You know, that's like the only commonality between me and him. But I was like, well, I guess I gotta do it. I heard that oh, what's his name? There's a guy in the game now that's basically like Halo 2. He'd be like a Titan in Destiny. Exactly. Exactly. See, I would know best. I'm a Titan. Like that anime guy. Oh, Vash. Vash the Stampede. What is his name? Is the Overwatch guy who's like Halo, is his name Emre? I hope I'm not saying that incorrectly. He's like the only one that I'm like, probably. I'd probably play him. He's the most Halo guy. An orange peel on the ceiling at lunch. Watch it slide down. Huh. Wow. He has a Finnish AI? What does that mean? Annoying as fuck. I've seen that the cat is like crazy. You sidestep it. Yeah, ask Karita. She'll always have an answer for it. She's the Overwatch person. I have some friends who are like the people who are masters at something. Like Sayori is just like the Dark Souls person. You're like the Overwatch person. Oh, I see. I see. Bradley, they got to keep up with Marvel Rivals. So they just abandon the plot and hope that the characters are what make it cool again. And like, it seems to be working for some people. Yeah, Mafi's the anime person. Fuck all that noise, dude. I do think that the old school, like, what is the word I'm even looking for? Like cinematics that they did for like Overwatch 1. Overwatch 1 were really, really cool. And it does feel like they kind of dwindled on that. But I think that one of the newer cinematics was pretty akin to like the old school one from what I was seeing people say. So I'm not sure. Bradley has many feelings for Overwatch. Also, yes, Mafi, you are also the bugs. The bugs one. The one about bugs. Did you... So, I never played the actual missions thing that they threw into Overwatch because it was expansive just to play some missions. But were they like genuinely like kind of fun? Even though there were like, what, 3 of them? I know they didn't offer a whole lot, and it's kind of upsetting because they Oh, you mean like OG Overwatch? Oh, then I definitely don't remember. I did play when Overwatch 1 won. Okay, is that how are people distinguishing when they say Overwatch now, or do they say Overwatch 1, Overwatch 2, and then just Overwatch now at this point? Like, because of the fucking weird ass name change reverting back to just Overwatch again? I know it's all the same, but if you're referring to different eras now, like if you're referring to OG Overwatch stuff, then I need to know. That's just what my brain needs. I feel like the way it would go, in my head at least, is Overwatch 1 is the OG. Overwatch 2 is when they were Overwatch 2, obviously. But now it's just Overwatch. And Overwatch, nothing else, you know? Like, I feel like that's the way to sort of describe it. At least that's what makes sense in my mind. I do think that it sucks that a lot of the stuff that they promised for like when Overwatch 2 was starting out as the way that it was, they just never brought a lot of that over. Oh my god, I got distracted. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. No, okay. I'm going to get... No, not the Torchic. I'm going to get this to 4390, and I'm going to get the Squirtle to 1260, and then I'm going to go to the bathroom. Because I gotta... Wait for it. Go to the bathroom. Ugh. Excuse me. How did we already get to 4390? Whatever. I'm going to check. And then I'm going to leave it there. Boop. Man, no shiny Trico. We're going to leave the Trico there because if I reset it and then it loops on the intro, it's going to make my counter go up a bunch. So I'm going to let this one for the Squirtle play through it, and then I'm going to go to the bathroom. I will go piss, girl. I'm going to do that thing. I've been having to go for a while now. And don't ask me for how long. A while. What's it gonna be? Yeah. All right, that's fucking cool. Anyways, I gotta go to the bathroom. Everybody just hang out. I don't have any commands, actually. You know what, Karita? I did try to see if Nightbot would work in the YouTube chat, and I think that they do, but I think that they're super delayed, so I'm gonna try and find a better bot that does better things and is cooler. So, all right, you guys go ahead and chat about your Overwatch stuff. I'm gonna let the Pokemon music keep running. I gotta go to the bathroom, though. Be right back, y'all. Hello. You can't see it. I have a cat on my shoulder. Our lovely Kaya was... he like... If one of us is gone for more than like half an hour, and in my case, 3 hours, the moment I left the room, he jumped off of Akemi's lap and just sprinted at me and started screaming. Ugh. Do I think Nintendo's going to release a handheld sooner so I can play Switch and Switch 2 games? What do you mean? The Switch 2 is a handheld. It is the... Oh, there he goes. He's off the thing. Do you mean like a DS? Like another DS? But like... I'm so confused. Because they're the handheld. Like the light. Oh! I mean, I don't... They might do a Switch 2... Oh, Kaya immediately wants out of my room. Okay, 1 second. But I mean, they might do a Switch 2 Lite, but I don't really see them doing anything like that. They could. I mean, it would just have to be like a Switch 2 that just doesn't have a dock. But I'm not sure. I think like the Switch 2 is honestly doing so good that they may not need to. Show me cat. I can't. The cat already left the room. Cat was on my shoulder, and then he jumped off my lap, and then he left. Sometimes he sleeps on the little cat bed that I have set up behind me, but no. I mean, they did the Switch 1 Lite, but if they did a Switch 2 Lite, then it would just be same type of console variation, but upgraded in a sense. In my current area, I wouldn't mind. I've definitely used like a DS and whatnot in public. Going to bed in 20 minutes. Whoa. Yeah, preemptive good night. 20-minute early good night, Karita. Like one time we went to like an appointment for a chemi, and I was just in the waiting room on my DS. Was I shiny hunting that time? No. I think I was just playing through Pokemon Crystal. But yeah, I mean, I've got enough sort of trust in myself to kind of keep my things on me, but I know that like sometimes other people can, you know, if somebody really wants to fucking steal something, they're gonna go out of their way to do it. But I also don't go out all that much. But when we do go to the convention in like a few days, I'm gonna we're gonna both bring our Switches and probably have them accessible to play whenever there's any downtime at the booth, which I'm very excited about. Guys, okay, this is for anybody who's played Outer Wilds. At one of the more recent GDQs, they had an Outer Wilds shadow box, like a papercraft shadow box thing, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. And it's like up for like a raffle thing, and I don't know if I put any money towards it to potentially win it, but either way I didn't end up getting it, and I was like, man, that stinks. I wish I would have gotten that. Well, we're literally going to be like next to the person who made those at this like upcoming convention. And it's like, what the fuck? That's crazy. That's going to be so cool. I'm like excited to like chat with them and be like, yo, I fucking love this game. They're going to be like, okay, cool. Okay, let me get the stuff going, because I can chat while I hunt. That's the whole point. I know, right, Sayori? Also, hi. Sayori, are you in Tornado Watch as well? Oh, Street Pass and Mitomo. I also miss those. I think that they are fully capable of adding something like Street Pass to the Switch. like with just like an update, you know what I mean? I think that they're fully capable of doing that. They just don't. They're cowards. They need to bring it back. They need to bring Street Pass back. You fucking know. Check if you're in Tornado Watch, man. We are. Possibility of tornado. I mean, what is nice though is that I have my 3DS XL, my new 3DS XL, and there is like homebrew on it that does allow you to get people like Street Pass of like for people who are also doing like the homebrew thing. It's not the same because you're not actually walking around. Bringing a DS to like a convention, like I remember I brought my DS to like RTX all the time, and God, that was always such a funny thing. It was always so fun. I like genuinely think that they need to just bring that back. No, it's still active. Like it still works. It's just not as like you're not gonna get as many pops for it. You know, like if you bring your DS out, there's not gonna be many people who also have it. But sometimes because my DS is on all the time because I'm always fucking shiny hunting for a Rowlet. But sometimes when Akemi boots hers up to play Mitomo or Miitopia or whatever it is, I think it's Miitopia. And then she closes it for a little bit. Like we end up having a little Street Pass little connection thing there. So it still works. It's just not as active. You can still play the games on there. But if you get the homebrew thing, you can sort of like mimic as if you're street passing with people who aren't actually near you and basically get like a full lobby of people to use like with your Street Pass things. And then you can play the games all the time. They're fun. They're just fun games. I think that the Miis that like Nintendo had should have stuck around. I think they need to stick around forever. I know that they haven't technically gone away because we are literally getting Miitopia on the Switch 2 next month. But I wish that they were more part of Nintendo's branding still, like in a larger way. Like, again, they're not fully dead, but it feels like they're trying to kind of just not, you know, have it be so prominent anymore. Can't believe you're playing Pokemon on Mario Day. That's where you're fucking wrong. When I get a shiny, I'm naming them Mario. So technically it counts if it works out in my favor. Every Pokemon I catch today will be named Mario, and they will be spelt with the number 10. Nuh-uh. Yeah. It is like... I don't want them to go away. I think the Miis need to stick around forever. They're so, like, to me, like, they're funny. You know? They're fun little guys. I mean, you can use a Mii in Switch Sports. Like, in Switch Sports, they have primarily, you know, a different kind of, like, avatar. But if you're, like... I think at least... I mean, I've seen it in the bowling one, at least. But I know you can... I think you can swap your model in that game to be, like... To have your head be a Mii. And that's, like, kind of okay. It's just not the same, though. Like, the games that really, like, leaned into it were super fun. And I wish the mobile game didn't die. I think that it was actually kind of fun. But it ended up dying like every other goddamn Nintendo mobile project. That's why we can't have nice things. Because Nintendo doesn't believe. Music ass. Music ass. Yup. Music app is pretty nice. I have tried it out a couple times because I've got my NSO, you know, so it's like I do get it. Pocket Camp, in a sense, is still running, but like they are not supporting it anymore, I think is the right way to say it, right? Like, you can just buy the game for like $25, but then you'll technically have access to everything, but you do still need to play it to like get through it and like to actually gain the stuff. But you don't have to worry about microtransactions after that. Like, you just pay the $25 to get just the game. There was a good while that Akemi was playing it, and it looked fun, but it's technically no longer supported. Like, there's no new events getting put into it. It's a game that's basically running on like a loop. I think that Mario Kart is still active, and you know, you can get, I think, Super Mario Run, but again, like, I don't think they're making anything for Super Mario Run anymore. I don't even know what they were doing with it before, but that was a pretty mid game. Mitomo, I think, was the mobile app, but that was fun. That one I would have liked to like see more support for it. But because it wasn't a slam dunk banger, Nintendo was like, we gotta shut it down. This shit fucking sucks. I know, right? And then they do the thing with Animal Crossing where they're like, guys, don't worry, this is the last update. And then 3 years later, it's like, just kidding, we're bringing you more shit. And it's stuff that you have to have your island be up to like a 3-star space or whatever. Yeah, the mobile thing is a little strange. But don't worry about Animal Crossing, just play Picopia. It's like Animal Crossing, but Pokemon. How long have I been streaming? 3 hours and 20 minutes. You've got the fatigue. You know what? That's totally fair. It happens. I don't know nothing about fatigue. Look at what I've been doing. That doesn't even know the definition of that word. Oh my god. That little gritty goose is the only thing keeping me sane right now, man. Look at him go. He's hitting the fucking gritty. There's a dead body in the river. Down by the river. I need to shave my face. My fucking facial hair has gotten too long. It's not even that long, but it's just too long for me, dude. Where'd you get them from? I stole them from Twitch. Don't tell them. Don't tell them that. Do not tell Twitch that I stole their little gritty goose. Making my beard blonde? Never. Never, ever. For one, I don't like my beard. It doesn't grow in a very, like, good way. Like, it's kind of patchy. But also, like, I don't like... Even then, I don't like... I never like it when it even gets, like, somewhat long. And somewhat long is not long at all. It's just, like, I don't really like the feeling of it. It's just, like, itchy. It's itchy, and it's constantly, like, you know, poking at stuff on my face, and I don't like it. Yeah, I just don't... I think that I look fine with, like, like, super-duper trimmed down beard. And I mean, like... basically a 5 o'clock shadow. I think that is like my preferred look, but I just don't like the way my beard necessarily, like, as it's growing in, I don't like the way it looks, and I definitely don't like the way it feels. But I've never even considered bleaching it or anything, or trying to make it change any kind of color, just because, like, I just don't like it. And so I don't want to give it fun things. I hate it. But now my hair is like a platinum-ish kind of blonde. And that's pretty fun. I just wish that I could get a shiny little guy. I've done this so many times, dude. Shiny Clefairy in the game corner. It's male. Even more. Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome, actually. Holy shit. How many resets did, yeah, all right? How many resets did that take you? Gonna need a Cosmo. Ooh. That's actually a really great name. Didn't count, but it took a little bit over a week. Holy shit. Jeez, dude. Well, hell yeah. I hope that I hope that that shiny luck is with you if you're planning to do any more hunts in the game, or if you're just sort of now gonna like go and blast through the Elite Four. I've contemplated on like if I want to do oh, you're doing Dratini. Dratini is a very good shiny. And you could technically at some point trade them all the way up to ZA if you want to see the really cool Dragonite. Oh, you're going for a full shiny team. Okay, okay. Where are you at on that? Like how many more do you need? Dude, I just look at it. I didn't even acknowledge the 420 on the screen, man. Dratini's number 3. Ooh, boy. So you've got a ways to go. Hopefully the luck is in your favor. You gonna try and throw any legendaries in the mix, or is this all non-legendaries? Oh my god! Okay, I forgot to hit the button. Non-legend team, but I do hope to hunt the legends. Hell yeah. I didn't mean to pull the Torchic. If the Torchic is shiny, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna actually lose my fucking mind. There's always that possibility. I just undid the count, and now the count gets counted back up. Counting is fun. I used to like counting, and then I shiny hunted. Oh my god. So if you're going for Dratini now, so what are going to be your other 3 that you pursue for your shiny team? You missed 4420. I know, and I didn't even acknowledge the 420. That's how distraught I am. I didn't even see it. Didn't even occur to me, man. I'm losing it. I'm losing my edge. Oh my god, dude. No, not the bird. Not the bird. Until the next 420. Shit. I think Mafi predicted like 5530 or 5580 or something like that. So you know what? Maybe. Fucking maybe. Can't believe not even the Poochyena. There's technically 3 Pokemon that could be shiny on the screen at all times now. And that Poochyena is one of them. And they haven't shined once. Like, what the fuck? Am I right? Am I right or am I right, lads? If I go all the way to 69, then I must take a moment to celebrate through a song. But then after that, I just cry. If I hit 69, then I'm going to start floating. And I know what you're thinking. You're going to think, Shane, you're just holding on to your standing desk as it rises up. And I'm going to say, no, that's the power of God. Oh my God, dude. The problem is I'm getting a little tired, and so I might have to stop because of that. And then I have to be worried about possible tornado stuff, which is stinky. Have you guys been like planning like, okay, now if I do this, then there's a chance I take this much damage, and then if you do this, then you'll take this much damage, so there's an absolute possibility that we'll all have 69. Like, here, just let me look. I don't get to add my strength modifier, so I can do this much damage all the time automatically, so just use me. I'll help us get there. Oh my God, dude. Ooh. Out of like what? You have like a larger D&D group, don't you? There's like a decent amount of you. In my mind, it's either 5 or 7. Ah, damn, it's 6. The one number I didn't say. What the fuck, dude? Who even invented 6? I guess that's true. With Oscar, it's 7. But I wasn't, in my mind, I wasn't including him. Because I was trying to kind of count the players who would be incorporated to add to the 69 pool. And he just gets to watch. He watches from his chair. I assume. No. I will only accept a proper W if I were to do it correctly. If I can't do it right, it ain't for me. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Tips hat. Chews on straw. Walks around on the sand. Kicks a tumbleweed. Spits and spittoon. Falls over onto knees. Scrapes the knees. Cries a little bit about the scraped knee. Gets back up. Walks down the dusty trail. Falls over again. And then a fire, and then a mist. Loses hat and wind. Contemplates whether or not to chase hat with hurt knee. Oh, my boy. Oh. Sorry, I'm kind of losing it. I lost my hat. I don't know if you heard. I'm a little tired. I'm just a little tired guy. It would be worse if I had to control both games the way I was the last few times. Yeah, I lost my boots too. It's bedtime for you. It might almost be bedtime for me too, but you know what? That's fine. Anyways, have a good night, Karita. I appreciate you stopping by. It's always a fun time, you know, just to get to chat and joke around and stuff. And then you get to watch me, look for a little guy. And I looked for a little guy for 3.5 hours. Haven't found these little guys yet. They don't want to show. But I hope you have a good night. Sleep well. I'll talk to you later. It didn't reset Fire Red for more than 5 seconds, and so I got scared. It's crazy. I just have to hit a single button, and then it does it for me. I'm totally cheating. I did think about it. I was like, I'm sure there's some people who'll be like, you cheated to get your show. 44. It's the Wendy's 4 for 4. Not anymore. That 4 left the left side and it went to the right side. Got stolen. Oh my god, dude. I can't believe I thought this would be a cool thing to do, man. Fucking shiny hunting and stuff, dude. This is what I get. Hold on. Oh, okay. I was like, why do I recognize the letters, but I don't. I see now. Well, that's pretty cool. I do have Fate Grand Order installed on my phone. I have not booted it up, though. Even like the other phone games I've gotten before and were like, hey, these are kind of fun. I also have not booted them up. The only ones I've booted up, the only one I've booted up actually is Pokemon Go, just to be like, is there any shinies near me? Pokopia has not been helping in terms of that, but I will say Pokopia does keep me off my phone and like away from things like TikTok. So even if I'm playing a video game, at least I'm not like doom scrolling. And that makes me happy. Oh, man. Any shiny yellow dog? I have not been pooched this whole time, if you could believe it. This entire time, out of the 3 possible Pokemon that could be shiny, none of them. Not a one. I welcome the sweet embrace of a Poochyena, of a golden Poochyena. A golden Poochyena could just slowly... Never mind. I was going to say something about it killing me, but in Minecraft. But I was like, that's fucking weird. So, damn it, I pulled the Torchic. Thank fucking God it wasn't shiny. Okay, hold on, I gotta reduce. There, I fixed it. I fixed the count. It didn't count the Torchic. I was too busy thinking about getting stabbed by a Poochyena. It's like, I'm in such a drought right now that I'm like, do shiny Pokemon even fucking exist at this point? I'm like starting to think that they don't. This happened, I mean, it doesn't help that my time in Ultra Moon trying to get a shiny Rowlet has also been wildly unsuccessful. And So I'm playing 3 different Pokemon games, just generally. Like, these 2 I play simultaneously, and then in my downtime, I will play Ultra Moon. And I've done a pretty substantial amount of resets in that game. And it just, like, that mixed with this, I'm, like, having moments where I'm like, this just doesn't even exist. The game's broken. The shiny Pokemon are made up by the government. Like, they're not real. But I can't lose hope, dude. They gotta be shiny at some point, man. Somebody's gotta. I know the odds are so bad. They're so freaking bad, but like... oh my god. You know? Oh, the playlist has restarted. Okay, guys. Here's what I'm thinking. I got like 5 minutes before I get off because I am a tired man. You know, me staying up longer after my normal sleep time so that I could eventually move my sleep schedule forward to eventually land back onto a normal thing. 5 minutes before I'm done. Before I'm gonzo. The Muppet? Have you heard? I got like 5 minutes before I'm like, there's no way I can keep going. I'm too tired. I'm sleepy. But I have to at least lay down before having to potentially be up to be mindful of tornado. I need to either be ready to carry cats into basement or to put cats into carrier and then cringe a little because Kaya especially fucking hates being in a carrier and I don't want to put him in there, but I would have to put him in the carrier so we could carry him to a house nearby that is much more sturdy than ours, if need be. That to me is worst case scenario, and I don't think it'll happen. I'm being pretty optimistic that it won't be as bad as it's, you know, it's as it is suspected to be, based on anecdotal evidence and the history of me living here. But that doesn't mean that it won't happen or it could never happen. I'm expecting at least like some pretty hefty winds and some waves. Whoa, they should name a Pokemon generation after that, you know? And then they'd have like 2 Pikachus in them. Instead, they'd be naming them Windy Chew and Wavy Chew. You could do something like that. Nintendo Game Freak, you can have that for free. Oh, is he the weather guy? Is Ryan Hall Mr. Weatherman? He's like the dude that just streams. He just does weather updates, and he has like a lot of maps that he looks at, and he has like even people who call in to help report on whether like how accurate something is. Oh my god, dude. Y'all, I just want to take a quick moment before I get too tired or I forget just at all. I'm 2 subscribers away from hitting 1,000. I kind of want to do a 24-hour version of this, but I would probably throw in some other things so that way it's not the most boring stream, because there is an absolute real possibility that nothing happens in 24 hours, which would be funny. But we'll see. So I've got 2 more subscribers until 1K, which is crazy. And also, because I feel like I do need to talk about it at least a little bit, I have a Patreon if anyone would like to support me in that way. Because right now we don't have, YouTube memberships. So that is a way that would then allow people to support you know, in that regard, if they would so much as to like to do such a thing. I know none of those words made sense, but it's there for those who would like to. Nobody is obligated. I don't want anyone to feel obligated to it, or like that it has to be, or like you're missing out on a whole lot by not. I offer just very, very, very minor, like behind the scenes stuff at the moment. I would like to be able to offer more, but at the moment that is just not what I have. But it's there. It's there for those who would like to. And now I'm done talking about it because I hate promoting shit like that. Even though it would be like the thing that I should do just generally. I'm just bad at it. What do you say? I'm bashful. Can you battle me? I don't want to battle you. I have no team. I'm also so tired. I'm not battling nobody. I'm not battling anyone who asks me. I'm just looking for shiny. And also, I'm gonna go to sleep in like a minute. This is actually my last set of checks. This right now is my last set. What about you? Bradley, I'd never fight you. You're too kind. Ah, 4470. Well, I guess technically 4472 for this. Someone just shut it off. And then the Squirtle is 1310. Not a bad way to end it, I should say. Let me turn off my little counter so that nothing else happens. And then go here. Hi, everyone. It's me, the guy from the last thing you were just looking at. What if you fight Bradley? That's for you guys to figure out. I don't even know if he has ZA. Or Diamond and Pearl. I don't know. I don't want to battle nobody. I just want to go to sleep. Or just lay down and be like aware of my surroundings. But I'm going to go. Thanks for watching, y'all. Thanks for hanging. This was a very impromptu stream. I just was awake, and I was like, I need to stay awake, and I'm also shiny hunting, so I'd like to have company. You guys have kept me company, and I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. You're all very fun to hang out with and talk to, and I appreciate the support. I am going to go and lay down. W stream. I don't know if I'll be live for a while because I've mentioned we're going to a convention soon, and I don't really want to try and like fit another stream in when we're also trying to prep for that. So I will keep you all updated in the Discord and whatnot, or if anything special is coming up, I'll post about it on YouTube as well. So, but thank you guys. Thank you very much. I think you're all amazing. And again, I appreciate the support. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Oh my God, I'm in the store.